I just wake up in the morning and I yell a lot, even though it's way too early. It's fun though. Wake up, wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up, wake up! Good morning. Welcome to Up Way Too Early with Garage Gym Life. Welcome to everyone who is just now joining us. Some of you guys, I've already seen your comments in the live chat. Some people are having hangovers from cinnamon roll withdrawal. I understand. I understand completely. Those things were good. But we're going to have a good time anyway as we spend today recapping all of or as much as we can of the crazy 3 days that was Home Gym Con. For those of you who are joining the show for the first time, once again, welcome. Do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe for me so that we can get that algorithm working on YouTube, not only to let YouTube know that this is the kind of content you want to see more of, but also it helps the channel out because it gets the word out about what we do to people who may not have heard of us yet. I am John Greaves III. I am the co-founder of Garage Gym Life. And on this show, we ask that you participate in the live chat. We want you to drop comments, whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay. And shout out to the replay gang, by the way, if that's you. And we have a really good time as we discuss the topics that matter to the home gym community. But before we go any further, and I mean before we go any further, we absolutely positively have to bring on the world's most beautiful co-host, my wife Naomi. Let's play her theme song. Got to do things in order, all right? Play her theme song. Here we go. Hey! I saw your head bobbing. I saw your head bobbing.
No, I was like,
no,
all of a sudden I saw the mic was muted, so I just unmuted my
I saw
mic.
your head. No, I saw your head bobbing. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I'm
Good
taking. I saw your
morning,
head bobbing.
everybody.
I saw you jam into it. I told you that song's gonna grow on you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, this is
So,
this is so much fun, and it feels so. Look, for everybody who's watching, we had a great time seeing you guys at Home Gym
yes,
Con, but I'm so glad to be home. Okay, I'm
yes.
so glad to be home, and I know that you guys probably are too. Before we go any further, Naomi, go ahead and let everyone know who is here. I'm sorry. Let everyone know what's on the menu today.
Sure. So, what's up on the menu for today? So, at 6:05, it's news and other things with me. We're going to go over Home Gym Con 2027 tickets are already on sale. So, that's awesome. Then, homeroom blocks are not yet updated, but we are going to continue to check. And so that way, we want to make sure that we get rooms on the good side of the hotel and not on the other side where there was barely any AC. We'll explain that later. And then Home Gym Con Thursday recap. And then at 6:45, we have the recliner of rage, and we'll find out why John's mad again. And then we'll continue on with the conversation the 7 and the 8 o'clock hours with Home Gym Con Friday and Saturday recap. We have a Shopify store update, and then wrapping up what John learned this week.
All right. So I would just like to point out that I'm not the only one who's mad this week. Okay. It's group rage. It's group rage, or
Not a group rage.
it's a couples rage session. That's what we're
It's a
calling it.
you rage, I get frustrated. That's the
Okay.
difference.
I'm just saying those hand gestures told me more than just frustration, but that's all right. Yeah, anyway. Anyway, let's go ahead and see who is in the live chat. And hold on a second here. I'm supposed to be playing something, am I not? Oh yeah, right here. Boom, got it.
Cool.
Let's go. Live chat. All right, start at the top. First person in the building is the homie Letha from Balance and Grace
Morning.
Coaching. What's up, Letha? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's John's birthday week. She said that's correct. It is. It's time to
Mhm.
celebrate.
Yes.
I told somebody else that I feel like I think it was Matt. He texted me from Riffit. I think he texted me to tell me happy birthday, as did some other people. And I was like, dude, I feel like I already had a party with you guys on Friday because there was cinnamon. There wasn't cake, but there were cinnamon rolls. There were gifts exchanged. I said, hey, it's a party as far as I'm concerned. So
There
my
you go.
birthday started. So my birthday started August 1st, I guess. Uh, oh well, no, that was July 31st.
Yeah,
Yeah,
July
yeah,
31st was on
July
that
31st.
Saturday. Yeah,
Yeah.
Friday. Hmm.
All right. Next up is Carlito. That's what Carlos's name is now, by the way, in my phone. I've been trying to figure out a way to make sure when I tell Siri to call him, I'm not talking to you. When I tell her to call him, she
Hmm.
doesn't accidentally call Carlos from Synergy Custom Fitness by mistake. So we figured out Carlito is the way to go because he's not tall. He said he said he's 5'3 1/4. Yes, he's shorter than Nora.
Really, John? Really?
Really? No, seriously.
Yeah,
He's
I
three.
understand
He's
that.
3 apples high. Anyway, he says I came here to
Carlos,
chew
you can
bubble gum.
roast John all you want
Hey, he
in the
said I
chat.
came here to
You
chew
roast
bubble
him
gum
as
and yell a lot. I'm all out of bubble gum. Wake up, wake up, wake up. What's up, my man?
a
Eric said, "Good morning, party people." Eric
good
is
morning.
hey, my man, glad to have you here. Eric sent me some pictures of his chalk bag hanging up in his home gym. So
Mhm.
I need to get some feedback from you, Eric, on the bag, and I am collecting feedback on the chalk bags. So
I
uh,
think we saw
I
people
gotta
using the chalk bag on the, at
at home
home
gym
gym
con.
car, but in different ways, not
Yep.
just as a chalk bag. I think it was JB was walking around with it as a camera holder or his attachment
Yes.
holder on his bag. And I was like, I never thought of that. That is actually really cool.
That actually gave me an idea because I was like, well, the bag is actually it's strong because it's made out of the same material they make their sandbags out of.
Hmm.
So I was like, you can actually we technically could have called it a Diddy bag
Pause.
because you can oh
Mm-mm.
god, so not Ditty, but yeah,
Nope.
we're not gonna use that name.
Nope.
But it because you can put anything in it. You can put loose whatever, right? So I'm gonna go downstairs when the show's over, and one of the things that's on my to-do list is to put a dumbbell in it and just take a picture of it holding dumbbells so that people can see how strong the strap is, because it's
Gotcha.
not strictly for chalk.
Gotcha.
Anyway, but yeah, good morning, Eric. Appreciate you
Morning,
being
Eric.
here. Hope you're having a good day at work so far.
Hmm.
Trevor said HomeGymCon 2026 is over. Let's start getting ready for 2027. 100%. And
Absolutely.
that leads me to the question of the day, which I'm going to go ahead and post right now,
Hmm.
and then that way you guys can start putting your answers to the question of the day right now, and we'll look at it after this when we do the news and other things.
Hmm.
All right. So the next one is from Sean, Shiggity Sean, who was the first person other than Naomi and me to show up for the live show at Home Gym Con.
It was
And
good seeing you, Sean.
he went and got coffee, and then he came over and he said the Home Gym Con hangover party still missed those cinnamon rolls, dude. I'm telling you,
Those cinnamon rolls were as big as your
they were
face. I
they're
mean, it was
literally as big as
just
my
so
face.
good. Still so good.
I was like, Terry, I said, I don't know how much weight I put on. I'm gonna put on eating this, but you know what? Is some things are
It's
worth. Like they said in Tale of Two Cities, is a far better thing I do, and I went and ate it, and I only put on 3 pounds, so which are now gone, by the way. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, we're back
Yep.
at it.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see. Eric said it's so much content to try and watch. I know it's like it's almost overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's almost overwhelming to try to watch everything. So I'm not trying to binge watch it like like Netflix condition us to binge watch stuff.
Hmm.
Now I'm just gonna watch it like the way we used to watch TV. Like, oh, all right, what's on? Okay, just turn it on because I feel like watching it right now,
Right.
or I'm in the mood for it, or I need some background music,
Right.
not music, but you know what I'm saying, background noise while I'm doing
Yeah.
something. That's how I'm gonna consume it all. And if you look at it that way, you've got content for the rest of the year
I mean, there's
as opposed to a homework assignment.
right.
You see
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
there's so much that was there this year that um up to including that you may actually have missed something. So seeing other
Oh yeah.
creators, videos and their booth tours, and it's something like, oh, okay. Like I saw, but I didn't really see. But I'm so glad that someone
Yeah,
else did it. So yeah.
100%. I mean, so I've already sent out apology emails to different brands that reached out like last minute,
Hmm.
or and I don't mean like last minute necessarily. Some of them reached out like July, not July, let's say 2 weeks ahead of time, which for us is not enough time, right?
Right.
We tried to get to as many of them as we could, but some of them we had to say, "Hey, I'm sorry, we couldn't make it." Uh, but in exchange for not getting there, we're gonna have some of them on our show, and a few of them we're gonna try to actually just get out to where they are.
Hmm.
Um, because so like there's one that's in Maryland.
Hmm.
So when we go, if we go up for Thanksgiving, swing by and see them. Just things like that. All right. Um,
Sure.
uh, let's see here. And Eric said, by the way, I didn't see the Germans at bar close on VIP night. He's laughing. I say, hey, look, man, dude's relentless.
Uh,
Uh, Matthew Porter says, good
Good
morning.
morning. Good
Are you
morning,
back to
Matthew.
school yet, Matthew? Or are you guys still not back in school in Florida yet?
I thought
I'm
he
just
was
curious because we started school.
prepping.
Hmm?
I thought he said he was going to be, or
I just
maybe
can't
that was
remember.
Jarrett
Yeah, I don't
that
remember.
had
So I don't
mentioned it.
remember. So I
Yeah.
don't remember. I know. I don't know. He told me and I just forgot.
Hmm.
Um, Kurt Locker, what's up, my man? I saw you. I did not recognize you because one, you got a beard. Two, you were extremely tan. I was like, Lord, that you could you were all set to do some sort of
Hmm.
infiltration in Afghanistan or Iraq. You had that look about you. Like he said, Icebox shut down the Germans. Hey, I don't doubt it. He took it as a point of personal pride.
Challenge.
Jared, what's up, man? And
Good
like I told
morning.
everybody at the bench your body weight event,
Hmm.
it's not a competition. I just happened to notice that Jared's kids only hugged me. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
I'm just letting everybody know.
Also,
Uh,
shout out to Jarrett's wife. That
Lindsay, yeah,
berry lemon sourdough bread, so good. So
yeah.
good. I wish it was like something that was warm. Because can you imagine it fresh out of the oven with some butter?
I feel like
So
she
good.
should share the recipe.
I
That way you
think
can make it.
so.
Yeah, we should do
I
it.
think so.
That actually is gonna lead into what we're gonna talk about in a little bit. But yeah, don't lose that thought. Don't lose that thought. Let's see here. Carlos said, see, look at him. Said, no May. Said,
Oh.
oh hey, J Ron. See, there you go again. That's what Rory said when he saw me. He said, hey, J Ron. I say, there you go. I love how they y'all have turned him misspelling my name accidentally into into a name I refuse to answer to. Um, Jared said, "Who all tried that V wing from Matt? I did not, and I wish I had.
Hmm.
Uh, just so much was going on. Um, there you go, Trevor. Trevor said every good spouse knows if one is angry, the other one needs to be angry in support. That is true. However, that's not the situation right now. We both are just mad. We're just both mad at when we tell you what we're mad about, you'll be like, oh yeah, I can see that.
Hmm.
And there were a plethora of cinnamon rolls, and I'm like, that has absolutely got to be an annual event.
A half a tray of cinnamon rolls did make it back to Georgia with us,
Oh
and
yeah, Nora
we had
Nora
to
couldn't stop smiling. I was
tuck
like,
it just right so it wouldn't
oh yeah.
get
Jared
because
actually saved the cinnamon rolls
I was
because
gonna
I
say.
was pushing the cart and
Hmm.
it lasted through all this terrain and uneven stuff. Got down on flat, smooth ground and fell off. But it landed so that the cover was still on it, and Jared rushed over, grabbed it, and saved it. It was a team effort. We did a team lift. He said, "Okay, no, 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 no. Everybody here, grab it. Everybody grab a corner. We're gonna lift it." Like this is serious. Carlos. Okay, I apologize, Carlos. He's not 5'3". He's 5'2" and a quarter. 5'2" and a quarter, sir.
5'3".
I'm just saying. Three apples. Uh, what's up, Boo? By the way,
Morning,
my
Boo.
brother pointed out. So most of people call him Uncle Boo. Well, not
Hmm.
me, but most people call him Uncle Boo. And he just realized that he never told anybody his name was Uncle Boo. He just said Boo. He said, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know either. But now y'all see his handle is Uncle Boo. Like literally everybody calls him who meets him calls
Hmm.
him Uncle Boo, including people who are older than he is. But yeah,
He had it on his hat too, by the way, if you
amazing.
noticed.
Eric said I hung out with a couple of the Strength Flex guys at the bar. They were awesome. I told y'all
I'm t-
when I introduced
yes.
Matt to y'all, I was like, I'm telling you, this is an awesome dude.
Yeah.
Uh, I wish we had gotten a chance to go eat pizza with him. Um, but there's always next year,
There's always next year.
and I do plan on going down to Strength Flex to
Hmm.
do some talk about the chalk bag and some other stuff,
Hmm.
and we're gonna and I'm not saying that's an excuse to go eat pizza, but I'm saying it's gonna happen.
That pizza place near there
Phenomenal,
showroom, phenomenal.
phenomenal, phenomenal.
Absolutely. I mean, I had the chicken parmesan with extra vodka sauce and cheese, but I should have gotten the pizza. So I
It's
already
fantastic,
know what I'm going to get next time.
phenomenal. Home Gym Games, what's up, Kevin? He said, "What's up,
Morning,
everybody?"
Kevin.
Kevin is out of control, by the way. In case y'all don't know, Kevin is
His last post. Oh
he's
my
he's
goodness.
playing music, and I said, "You're gonna get a noise complaint from the neighbors." My man said he got a new neighborhood rule: headphones, but the headphones are for everybody else, not for the people who are lifting. It's like this dude's drunk with power since his channel started growing. All right, and that's the question of the day. So let's
Hmm.
start that. We'll come back to it. So I see. No, we're definitely not calling. I already see your answer to the question of the day, Kevin. We're definitely not calling it that. Let's see. No Fate Channel.
Checking
Checking in.
in.
Dreaming of cinnamon rolls. I'm telling you, my man. Look, we said because I know you don't have a ton of time. You gotta go. I'll just say it to you now. The whole point of the gathering, the whatever we're calling it,
Hmm.
being before Home Gym Con, it's because I knew after the first two times, I realized, we're gonna be just going, going, going. All of us content creators, we're just gonna be going, going, going. We're not gonna be able to spend
Literally.
a lot of time saying hello and all that, hanging out. So, because and at the time when I came up with this, we didn't have Thursday, right? But the idea is to have a time where we can all just kind of hang out, chill out, carb up a little bit because we're about to have a long day before we go down and start working. And
Hmm.
so that's the whole point of coming and hanging out is, and then also it helps you do a little bit of planning because we have the booths coming and they're saying, hey, this is what you need to, why you need to come to my booth. So it helps you out with
Right.
a little bit of planning for those of you who go to Home Gym Con without a plan. Not looking at anybody, but all I'm gonna say is, man who parks in gym say 5 saves 5% at Prime Fitness USA. I'm not saying, but that message wasn't anybody specifically. I'm just saying, man who parks in gym 5 saves 5% at Prime Fitness USA. I'm not saying it's
I just,
related. I'm just saying.
I just
Um,
can't with you.
Eric said I had to wait till after weigh-ins to eat the cinnamon roll. It was so good after I finally got to eat it. I'm telling you, she said they were legendary, and she ain't lying.
And Miss Reagan also said there, we kind of wish that there was like a microwave to warm it up because when you warm it up just a little bit, that ooey gooiness was just it just melts with the icing and all the butter and the sugar. Yes, it's butter. When it's really good, it's butter. When it's like, oh, it's
I
okay,
got no
it's butter.
butter. I got no
Butter.
problem with that.
So
You sound like a this joke that not joke, but um
mhm,
Uncle Archie them, they said they went to, it was like some class for, so my mom used to teach, mommy used to teach English as a second language.
mhm,
And I think one somehow other her twin brothers showed up.
mhm,
One of her twin brothers showed up at the class, and
mhm,
this dude was like, he's from Ghana, and they were like, and they were talking about, I said, well, how do you say butter? So the pronunciation in America is a little bit different here. Sometimes it's, you might say butter, somebody in New York might say butter, whatever.
mhm.
And he stood up, he said, standard English, it is butter, and he was very aggressive with it. And so every time when you said that, I just thought of it. I was like, you gotta relax with the, I don't care, yeah, but yeah, it's strictly butter. Uh, See, Trevor, I was trying to be nice. He said the cinnamon rolls were as big as John's ego. First of all, I don't have a big ego. I actually am as good looking as I say I am, but that's not my fault. Blame God. That's
Oh my
one.
gosh.
Number two, I'm just very confident. And, if that bothers you, just, they got plastic surgery to help you.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, they can't make you look like me, but, be realistic. You started it, Trevor. You started it. All right.
That's why my office
B
is
from
downstairs.
Chicago says, good morning. Happy birthday, John. I think you should call it Home Gym Reunion. Hi to all. Okay. We got that one down. All right. We're
Okay.
going to throw that back in there. throw that back in the list.
Hmm.
Oh, and said hi to Naomi. I saw the video on the new treadmill. Nice. Yes. If
Yes.
you guys have not seen it, you guys definitely need to check it out. And Boo said, "What is butter?"
As good butter. Okay.
All right. Carlos said, "I'm sorry." Carlito said, "Your mic is kind of low, my boy." My boy, is that better now? Is that better? All right. That should hopefully that fixes the problem.
Hmm.
And Mike B, what's up, man?
Morning.
Good morning, Mike. Oh, see, Trevor's firing shots at everybody. He says so. Carlos wasn't cosplaying as a Smurf. He really is that short. Mm.
Ugh.
Look, I cannot be held responsible for the comments of other people. Let's
Trevor,
see.
Trevor, Trevor.
Jared said, "Ooh, John and Boo should do a lift off YouTube video because Boo is jacked." My brother's pretty. He is pretty big.
Hmm.
So yeah. Uh, let's see. All right. What's up, Jared? Dang. Carlos said, "I'm actually a Smurf cosplaying as a man." Good lord. Kurt said, "Next year we got to take care of the volunteers with cinnamon rolls as well." Well, Kurt, here's the thing. The cinnamon rolls are is something that came up for the show because last year at the show, Kenzie's mom mentioned that she made cinnamon rolls, and
Hmm.
so she promised to bring them to the show. So that's actually not something that we were in charge of. That's Kenzie's mom.
Yep.
So I 100% agree. However, I will say that when we were done with the show, we put out a
We
blanket
told everybody,
message
go get
and
some.
said, "Hey, go get cinnamon rolls," and we let Jake know, um, so he could let everybody know. So an announcement did go out.
Hmm.
But all I can say is,
I mean, heck, we
attending
were
the show
told,
has its privileges.
we even told like other like brands when we would go and visit, like, you know what, you look tired. You want something? Go up there to the Eagle's
We
Nest,
told everybody, yeah.
and there are, there are cinnamon rolls. There's plenty. I mean, maybe people were going up there and getting some, and they just, continue to multiply. I don't know. It was a gift that kept on giving. It was really, really good.
Hey, those were some
Um,
good cinnamon, and they were still good the next day. They were
yeah.
amazing.
Hmm.
Boo said, those cinnamon rolls were the truth. Yup. Kurt said, I kept seeing you guys up there, but we had work to do. I understand. I saw
I
you in
understand.
passing. Like our best chance to catch him was when we were doing the live stream.
Hmm.
Um, and I was gonna stop you so that you could tell people on the live stream what you
Yeah.
guys were doing. But I understand you were on a mission. I said, all right.
Next time,
Um,
Kurt, for next year, if
yep.
because again, we'll probably have those Miss Reagan cinnamon rolls again. If you see underneath the window, just come by with go like this with a plate, and this,
Literally, just
I'll
show
get
up.
you some. I'll get you some.
Literally, just show up early because the show
Yeah.
starts at 6, right? So the cinnamon
Hmm.
rolls are there. So when you guys showed up to start doing prep for the strongman event and everything else,
Hmm.
we were already there. So literally, all you had to do was just come upstairs, grab a cinnamon roll, say hi, say bye, and get in there, and we're good with
Hmm.
that.
Yep.
All right. Uh, let's see here. Letha said the blueberry cinnamon rolls were yes. That's the ones
Yes.
I had. Blueberry cinnamon rolls. I almost changed my middle name to Blueberry Cinnamon Roll,
Wow.
but I just didn't. Let's see here. Trevor said if I came to here to start stuff, I would mention I just got done using the G row. Hey, hey, talk your talk, man. Talk your talk. I ain't mad at you, and I'm glad that you won that, and you were able to put it on something that you've been
Hmm.
wanting. That's really
Right.
cool.
Right.
Um, Tattooed saying the British have arrived. What's up, my man? I gotta,
Morning.
you know what, Matt? I'm gonna call you. Hmm, I was about to say later on today, but there's a time difference. I'll call you after the show because it'll still be it won't be too late for you there. I gotta
Hmm.
tell you something. It's just it's not a secret. It's just not gonna be interesting to anybody else.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I'll call you. It's about what I was telling you yesterday about shipping to the UK
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Australia. Yeah, I was like, what is going on here? Well, because I want to ask him about the whole. In fact, I'll just ask you now. Is Australia not part of whatever y'all called like the United Kingdom, like the Commonwealth or whatever? Is it not part of it? Because I was just curious because we're trying to do shipping to Australia, and it was like there was a complication. It said basically there was a complication with shipping if I were in Europe trying to ship to Australia this particular brand said they couldn't do it, but I could ship to Australia because I'm in America. And I thought it would be different because I thought Australia was part of, I think it's the Commonwealth. But if I'm wrong, just tell me, Matt.
Hmm.
That's what I was gonna call and ask you. And as I predicted, nobody else is gonna find that interesting. All right. Um. All right. So let's see. Wow. So everybody's listing everything they got. Matt said, "I don't care about this home gym con thing. I just gonna get something anyway. So I got a new fabricated attachment for my power rack. You know the rule on this show, man. Pictures or it didn't happen. Tag Garage Gym Life, and I'll throw it up here.
Hmm.
Uh, okay. Let's see here. All right. All right, that was it for the live chat questions. So you guys keep on answering the question today. Post your comments. Keep on posting your questions and comments in the live chat. Please do me a favor also and share this link because we got to get more people in here. It looks like we got a bunch of people who are, we don't have enough people here hanging out. So I need to get everybody into, checking out the show. And while we do that, before we do news and other things, let's take one quick second to do a quick ad for something that's on the Garage and Life store. See you in a minute.
Hey guys, one of the things that we are big believers in here at Garage Gym Life is that your home gym should be the best gym in town for you. And that includes personalizing it. So every time you walk in there, you are proud of it and motivated to get your workouts in. And that includes adding little personal touches that set your home gym apart from everything else. Here's an example of what I mean. When we were first setting up our home gym and we were looking for ways to get stuff off the floor, we went ahead and got these flexible hanging solutions that we found on Amazon, and we use it all over the gym to hang up various things. But now we're ready for an upgrade. And so what I'm gonna do is replace this very basic hanging solution with these muscle arm wall hooks that I found. Less than a minute to install, and that looks 100% better. If you want the muscle arm wall hooks for your home gym, go ahead and click that shopping button, grab them from the Garage and Life store, and then let us know how you like them once you get them installed in your home gym.
All right, so there you go. And shout out to everyone who has placed orders already at garageandlifemedia.com this past week and last week. That website is the primary way to support the channel and also get cool, unique stuff for your home gym. We're
Hmm.
adding new items every day, so just bookmark garageandlifemedia.com and visit it first whenever you need to find curated products for your home gym. All right, now it is time to dive into news and other things. Let's go. All right, so we, as always, begin news and other things with the question of the day. So the question of the day today is, what should we call the live show at HomeGymCon? Because first of all, the live show at HomeGymCon is way too long a name. So that's the first criteria. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 words. So whatever your suggestion is has to be shorter than 5 words. Okay,
Hmm.
it has to be easy to remember. So that's the first rule. It's got to be shorter than 5 words. Now, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and go into what the suggestions that we've already had come in. So let's go in here. All right. So once again, oh, and if you are in the replay gang, make sure you post your answer in the comment section. That way we
Hmm.
can still continue to see the suggestions. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So all right. So this this answer has this suggestion has already been rejected as soon as I saw it, but I'll let y'all see it. This was Kevin's suggestion. Home Gym Con after hours. We're definitely not doing that. Look, listen, man. I know you got your your habits, your naked leg curl on the balcony habits. Uh I mean, I know he said he had on shorts. All I know is all I saw way more of you than I wanted to. Okay, on the balcony, I said that dude is very comfortable with himself, but I'm not comfortable, so I got out of there. All right. Anyway, so we ain't calling it Home Gym Con after hours. So that answer is rejected. Now, let's go back to B's comment. She said, "I think you should call it Home Gym Reunion," and she
I
said hi
like
to
that.
all. Okay,
Hmm.
I do like that. because that goes along with what we're calling it, the family reunion.
Yeah.
Um, so there was that. I do like that. Uh, let's see here. Did we see? I'm trying to see. Did we have another set of answers?
Yeah, I saw
Uh,
someone put up the family gathering.
the family gathering. Do you remember who said it? Because
It
I'm
was
looking.
Trevor.
All right, I'm trying to find it so I can so
Hmm.
so I can
And
put it up on there. I believe you. I just want to put it up on screen so people can see it. Uh, I don't see it. Okay, so the family gathering. I do like
hmm
that
hmm
because what I was thinking is like, so with the channel members, I call it the tribe, but I also feel like that's kind of like that. The people who come to Home Gym Con and then wake up, because you got to wake up. You do have to wake up stupid early. Okay, we can verify that.
yeah,
To come to the live show at Home Gym Con,
right.
and I mean, I want to say, so Sean, I forgot what time you woke up, but I know like by 5 something, Sean was already was downstairs at the door to be
hmm
waiting to be let in,
hmm
right? So we got up at 3. I want to say we
Yeah,
got up at 3. Um, so what I'm trying to say is it's like an extra amount of dedication to do that, much less to make stuff and bring it. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, it feels like it's like a family reunion, like, but
yeah.
it's like almost like a tribal gathering. I've been racking my brain. The suggestions I had, or that I came up with, I don't know if you had any, Naomi. Um, if you do, go ahead and let them know.
So
Um,
I'm still seeing some suggestions that they're coming up just now. So at Kurt Glocker said live from HGC. Then Trevor put another one in at
so here, so they're live from HGC.
mhm. Then Trevor says the home gym con pre-workout. I actually like the pre-workout.
The pre-workout, okay, that's the
I like
pre-workout.
that.
That
I
okay.
really like that.
That
Um,
we're gonna put that one down in the that's one of the finalists.
yeah.
Okay.
But if you
Uh,
go back up a little bit more, then Trevor did put another one in there. Um, it's
I
like
I got you, Jared. I got you.
yeah,
I see both your comments. I got you.
the home gym con pre-show.
So let's hide that one. Let's
Let's
see.
see, pre-show.
So what
Well,
I'm doing is I'm gonna take. I'm trying to. I'm starring those because we also have some other ones that are other comments that are not related to the question of the day,
mhm,
and I don't. And all of those aren't ones that people want posted.
right.
Uh, so I'm just trying to make sure. Uh, make sure I don't miss anybody. Okay, there's one.
Well, I was still
There.
thinking about
Okay, I saw it. Okay, the family gathering. All right.
yeah.
So let's see here. So Matthew Porter, I need to know what you think we should call it. I see your
Mhm,
comment. I'm gonna read it right after
mhm,
this. That's part of the
mhm.
news. So Trevor said the Home Gym Con pre-workout. He actually
Mhm.
had 2 suggestions.
3,
Um,
because there's another one just above that one. It says the home gym con pre-show, and where I would
I
say
see that one right there.
yes if you went to last year, because home gym
Yeah.
con actually started on a Friday.
Yep. But
This
because it's
year,
on Thursday,
Thursday is not really a pre-show, um,
exactly.
per se, give or take.
Kurt says live from Home Gym Con. That's
That's yeah,
that's too long. I like it because it's got the emphasis, but
yeah.
and you know what? That actually that's going to be part of the intro next year. We are
Okay.
live from Home Gym Con. It's I'm gonna do that, so I'm gonna pencil that. Yeah, we're keeping that one.
What was the announcer for um,
Jim
Johnny
McMahon.
Carson? Was it John McMahon? Okay, for
Jim
Jim
McMahon. No, John McMahon's a different dude. Jim McMahon.
for the Johnny
Uh,
Carson show. Showing my age.
former
Okay.
Marine. Jim McMahon. Yes,
Okay. Okay.
I just happen to know. Drew Carey, former Marine. Yes, we have a list. Anyway, moving.
Drew
Kurt
Carey
said
was a former Marine.
he still is.
Yeah.
What? He still is a former Marine. Yeah.
No, what I'm just saying is I didn't
And what's
realize he
funny
was.
about that is he actually looks like one of my old section chiefs. Everything about it. Who then went on to become a principal at Hiram High School. Not kidding you at all.
Okay.
Looks just like him.
Okay.
Anyway, Kurt said he's endorsing pre-workout. Yeah, I like that. I do
I
like
like
that
the
one.
pre-workout one.
That's leading the race right now. Okay, Carlos' suggestion completely violates the shorten it rule.
Garage Gym
Garage
Life.
Gym Life, Garage Gym
Garage Gym
Live.
Live.
Yeah. Okay. Keywords shorter than.
But instead of it being Garage Gym Life, like Garage Gym Live kind of thing.
See,
I guess
here's
it's
the
the
thing.
emphasis.
The issue with the emphasis part is we're going to write this down. And
Okay.
it's not an audio file that I'm gonna send to people when I do the sign up genius. Like it's not that. And no. So the meeting of the minds.
That's a good one. It's
Mm,
I just have the
I don't know how
image.
mentally focused we are that early, so I'm just like
We're
you.
not.
I'm like
We're
you putting a
not.
lot of you put a lot of confidence in it.
I'm just happy we were able to get coffee. And again, shout out to Jared for making that suggestion because
Yes, huge
mm,
shout out to Jared because it never even occurred to me until he said that because every other year I've not even eaten until lunchtime
mm-mm,
on that day.
mm-hmm,
So this is Trevor saying the family gathering. I found it. All right.
mm-hmm.
Um. Now there's one that is potential for copyright infringement, but we could alter it because I thought of the Breakfast Club, but
You have
copy
Charlemagne. You also have the movie.
exactly. I
You
said
have
copyright, so I said
yeah,
the morning crew, the breakfast crew.
that's also copyright because
But
you have
I rather lean into so like we're everything is like kind of leaning. So we have two options. One is leaning into the hey, this is up early, no coffee, whatever, the highly caffeinated. That's why we're here, that kind of vibe. And then
mm-hmm,
there's the hey, we're getting together and having fun.
mm-hmm,
Like we haven't seen each other in a year, right? Most of us.
right.
So keep on bringing the comments, like your answers. Before we move any further, I want to go ahead and tell and say, oh, wow, we got a lot more answers. Before I
Yeah,
read
there's
the
a
other
bunch.
answers, Matthew Porter, this is huge. So Matthew said, "Thanks for having me on last week. I wanted to let y'all know that over 12,000 was raised for the American Diabetic Association. Man, that is
Awesome.
beyond awesome, man. It's one of those things where you always wish you could do more, but I'm glad we were able to do what we could do. And so shout out to everybody who helped out with that. And that's for y'all. Shout out to all y'all because that's a big deal, man. That's a big
That's
deal.
awesome. That is awesome.
And so my answer for Australia. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if anybody wants to actually know the answer to that, I'll go ahead and I'll pull it up. But since I know most of y'all don't care, I'm not. I'll just it's for my information, so I'll just check it out later.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mike said early smurly 3 a.m. is easy work. Hey, look, I know you're doing it every day. I've done what you're doing. I'm just letting
Yeah.
you know that we had to do it. We've had to do it. Let's see here. Moving along down
There's actually
here.
a lot more suggestions.
I'm not sure the live grievance
Even
is. Oh boy. So the idea is
oh,
for the suggestions to get better. All right.
it's actually pretty
Uh,
cool.
this look, Eric, I'm telling you, that's the goal. He said probably won't be enough room for everyone up there next year. That's the goal, my man.
We would have to see if maybe one of the side rooms might be better. And see, I think that's the challenge is like in French Lick, you had the different conference rooms
Yeah,
before you got downstairs to where Home Gym Con was.
yeah.
If Home Gym Con ever went back home, it's starting,
Ooh, that's an idea. If like one year it goes back home.
goes back home, and then that would truly be a homecoming. So Jared, if you're listening,
Actually, we talked, Jake.
or
We
Jake,
actually also talked
sorry.
about doing like another one. So not to take it, but a
Okay,
small one where like
DJ Kelly.
Yeah. No, so I'm saying like around the same time of the year that the first one was, just for the original people who went to go back to French Lick and just have a, and of course anybody else can come too to just see
Hmm.
where it all started. But
Hmm.
that way we don't take away from actual Home Gym Con.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I love the tunnel at
oh yeah,
the
that thing
that was
was.
took from like one side of the building to the other
You get
side
to
of the
see the
building.
history of it and all that.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it was like really, really cool. But I digress. But yes, I saw where Letha actually said, you can move the tables and then pile the chairs. Well, John's going to talk about the adventures of the chairs. And those that
I'm
were
definitely gonna talk
there
about that. Yeah.
knows if you were there, you were there. The adventures of the chairs. And then also but like at French Lick they had conference rooms and everything else that would be available. I don't know if there's something like that at the
Yeah, I don't know.
Kentucky. There
I
may
would
be.
assume,
I
but
would
I don't.
assume so
I
because it's
just
like
wouldn't
on the
know.
other side, maybe.
I would say this: if it is, I hope it's on the first floor because that would be a level up. No, I mean because it'd be easier to find. Because right now people have to figure. Like, remember Scott was standing out in. He was in the what you call it, trying to figure out how to get to where we were. He's, I can see you. That's why I left the room when Peter was going. I said,
Yeah.
I gotta go find Scott, and
Mm-hmm.
then he figured it out and was able to come in while I was downstairs. I'm down there knock banging on the door.
Because I'm
Like,
actually texting
and
you to
but you
let you know
text me
that
and say, "Hey, Scott's here,"
Scott's here.
but he was standing down there looking up at the window, saying, "This literally what he was doing." He was like, "I was like, I said, Peter, you're up. I got to go find Scott." That's amazing.
So
So more suggestions. Recliner of RageCon. Nah, man, because the goal next year is to not be mad about something there. Um, we're running out of time, just like I told you we would. Let's see. Question of the day: ketchup on my eggs.
yes,
That's no,
yes,
no, absolutely not.
yes. That's Kai.
So Eric said, make a T-shirt for Garage Gym Life. Cross out the F and put a V underneath for merch. So Garage Gym Live. I got you. Okay,
That's
okay.
actually a really good idea.
Garage Gym Block Party.
I
Uh,
like the block party.
uh, we're definitely not calling it. There will be cinnamon rolls live, but there will be cinnamon rolls live. The cinnamon roll show is also the Breakfast Gang. Okay, the
Okay,
Homecoming. Uh,
we've talked about that one though, and it's
featuring John's car feature rant live from Kentucky. No, 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 no. Um. So we'll just okay.
did you see
Hold, blah, 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 blah.
did you see
Oh, Trevor
Carlos's?
said hold the show in a brand booth. So we thought about doing that to like get a brand booth. The reason why we want to do that is because of the whole breakfast thing. First of all, we want to have room for you to sit down,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could technically have it in the little, not I call it the cafeteria, but it's actually like the little restaurant
Where they
eating
had
area.
the strongman competition, that corner over there.
Now I'm talking about like the actual food place where I may or may not have liberated some chairs from. All right. So this is actually a great time because we're gonna go right into so how about this? We're gonna do the Thursday recap after Recliner Rage. Originally we were gonna do the Thursday recap first, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll just do Recliner Rage, then we'll do the Thursday and Friday and Saturday recap in order,
I'm
like
sorry.
that.
I just saw Carlos's comment
I
right
saw
there.
it. I'm not even
Dun, dun,
dignifying it.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah, I'm not
dun,
even.
dun, dun, dun.
And that's the other thing. Like, if we did do it down there, though,
Mm-hmm.
then people who are like volunteers, to Kurt's point earlier,
Yeah,
would be able to swing through. The
yeah.
only thing about that is, so we would be able to get people who are fans of the show who are doing other things. At the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's like I love the fact that because we're doing giveaways, I don't want to dilute it so that the giveaways, I want to reward the people who came to specifically to us. You know what I mean? As
I think.
opposed to people who just happen to walk by and see free food and come. I don't mind people having the free food, but I'm talking about the specific
Mm-hmm.
because we have to tell the brands how many people are coming. So then they kind of figure out what they're bringing as far as gifts based upon the number we give them, which is why I'm always saying, hey, sign up now, sign up now.
The thing is, the way things are growing right now,
I
or
recognize that.
from so. it's still we'll be able to discuss a lot of that behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
I mean, I want you guys to be
So
part of the discussion, but I'm saying it's
yeah,
we make it
because
to we'll get to the point where we can't give something to everybody, but yeah.
because and because I get it with the volunteers that are going there.
He said I can be bought for a price. uh, uh,
Like I can offer you 3 cinnamon
I'm just
rolls
letting you
for
know
the
I'm up
opportunity.
for sale right now. I got a for sale sign. You just write in the number. All right.
You just tell me how many cinnamon rolls you want, and I'll slip that to Miss Reagan.
Boo, the strongman competition, as far
Mhm,
as I remember, is a USS sanction, but
mhm,
The Kurt Locker is the one who put it on.
mhm,
Okay, so and he said, yeah, you can still do that, but only giving tickets to people who signed up for your thing. Here's the thing. I know you guys. I think I do a fairly decent job of recognizing people's faces, but it's tough. I don't recognize everybody. So when you guys walk in the room, I know, okay, this person's, most of the time it's like, oh, I know it. But as Naomi just pointed out, it's going to grow and we're going to get to the point where I don't recognize people. So again, it's like, it's a matter of saying, all right, you're walking in, we hand you a raffle ticket and here you go.
yeah.
So while on the one hand, it's one of those things where it's like we may be limiting how many gift cards or giveaway items we can bring. It
Mhm.
also pays off for the brands more if the crowd is bigger. So it'll be some give and take.
So I do like the idea because someone already has shopped it, and I has seconded or and third it. So I'm actually on it
Are
as
you
well.
fourthing it?
I'm fourthing. I'm infinity and beyond it. The
Okay.
T-shirt idea. So
Oh, yeah, I like that. It's a Garage
you
Gym
sign
Live.
up, and you get the T-shirt as a thank you. So then, kind of like when you check in, there's your T-shirt. You should have like your Instagram handle or your YouTube channel handle or something like that.
Like the animal cage used to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And like there was
Yeah,
another
because they did it
brand
so that you could put
that did it also.
your thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the shirt. So
Yeah.
that way again, that's a few people still have their original Home Gym Con one
The first one, yeah.
t-shirt. And so that would actually be our first Garage Gym Live
Ah, okay. There
t-shirt.
you go. Hold on.
So
Trevor said, this is also my point. He said, isn't it always live? Which is the whole point of a new name. That's the other thing I was saying is one is too long. Two, it's always live. It makes it
right.
sound like most of the time it's pre recorded, which is not.
No.
So
Yeah.
that's why we're workshopping it. We will continue. But first, we're going
Mm-hmm.
to get mad. So let's go ahead and all this
I don't get
joy.
mad.
Right. Okay. So in that case, I'm just going to say this.
It's the recliner of rage.
It's the recliner of rage, 'cause he's not happy.
All right, so normally at this point, I take Naomi off screen because it's usually just me crashing out and lashing out. But this time, we both are upset because today's recliner raise is dedicated to the internet that was paid for from the convention center. So let me begin by saying that in 2025, the internet worked great. Paid
Mm-hmm.
for it, it worked great. In 2026, the amount that was paid was actually higher.
Mm.
Okay, more money was paid in 2026, and then um uh it worked just fine on Thursday for the live stream, and then it also worked just fine when we took everything upstairs and tested it before we went back to the hotel. Worked just fine. Get there, everything's working just fine while we're running around and doing everything else. Everything's working just fine. And then the
Yeah.
show starts and the internet stops working. And as a result, those of you who are watching live, you remember the internet issues we were having. And I was actually
He
very,
was
very,
he
very
was very
angry.
calm. He showed very calm because he was still going. And I'm so glad I was not on camera because and I try to have a calm face because
I
there was everybody there,
mm,
but I had a monitor in front of me, so at least it was kind of blocking me from people that were in the room. But you know,
I was extremely angry. Extremely angry.
And I mean, thanks again to
To Mike.
to to Mike, because he,
First of all, shout out to Anchor for paying for
yeah,
being the sponsor. So they paid for the internet. And
yeah,
so when I called him over, I was like, hey man, I wasn't like blaming him. I was like, hey, you need to let this dude know who you paid that you're not getting the service you wanted, right?
mhm.
And then I said, and he said, oh, let me help. And he jumped right in. And then you guys, so
And
shout out to you
we,
and to Mike
yeah,
for fixing it.
yeah,
I
Mike
was
was
Meanwhile, I
Mike
was
was awesome,
steaming.
because we're brainstorming like, okay, what's going on? What's going on? Because I was willing to then also link my phone to
Yeah.
be a hotspot.
Yeah.
And, you know, but long story short, we were able to get it fixed and up and running.
But
But it
okay, I
was,
see this too. We
mhm,
missed so much of the stuff. So
I
I
know.
actually had to go back. So those of you who watched it on replay probably didn't even see the issues because I had to go
Hmm.
back and edit it. So I edited everything out in
Hmm.
YouTube. So the first thing you'll see if you go watch it now
Hmm.
is me putting the mic on Matthew Porter. So all the stuff in the beginning, including the stuff that you did with Jared, the stuff that you did for Raw Motive Works, all that gone because the gift I got from Letha, which is even now, as a matter of fact, which is even now hanging on the wall here in the office.
My backpack brings all the dust
Uh,
to the yard.
and thanks to Carlos for that phrase.
Yes.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that support there, Carlos. But
Hmm.
but that get all that stuff, the 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 Bazooka Joe and
Yeah.
Big League Chew, the gift from Angel and Sandra, all that gone. I was so angry, so angry. But yeah, I'm telling you, I just
Well, I do want to go ahead and still shout out all 21,000 viewers. By the time we were done with the show, we had streamed over to over 21,000.
oh yeah, I was
And, you
blown
know,
away, really
I
blown
was
away.
like, am I seeing this number correct? Am I seeing? And I was like,
I
holy
know.
crud.
I was like, what?
So it was
Especially with the
really
internet issues. I was like, whoa, I
that,
appreciate
and
that.
that they,
I do.
hung back in, they came back, the whole 9 yards. But at the end of the day, it was great having the folks in the room. It was good to see everybody.
Carlos said I raged too. I wanted to throw plushies at my TV.
Listen, I was just supposed to want to fling the table, but people
I'm
had
telling you.
cinnamon rolls on the table, and they were
Yeah,
eating, and I didn't want them
I'm telling you.
to lose their cinnamon rolls. But you know
Jonathan
what?
said dual recliner rage totally won. I'm telling you, this is like seriously. You promised something and you did.
I just hope with Mike that
I hope he went
they
off.
I hope he went off. I hope they got him a discount, because in addition to that, they didn't have power at his booth for Thursday.
Yes,
He had
that's
to
what I'm
hunt
saying.
someone down
Exactly.
to open
Take
up
this over here.
the. So at the convention,
So hold on. Kurt
when
says something too. He
uh
said it's an awesome spot. That convention is awesome, but it's the most expensive convention center I've ever had to work for power and for internet. I'm telling you, yes.
whoa,
So go ahead with what you were saying about Mike had to get somebody over to open up the box so that we could get power to do our live stream with him on Thursday.
right. So technically, when you had your booths, if you needed power, that was an extra cost, is my understanding. And
Hmm.
so, like on the convention floors, usually you have those little boxes that you flip up, and there's the outlet,
Junction
right?
box, yeah.
And so, but theirs is done specific where it's like a certain tool to kind of open up. You can't just open up the little piece. You have to open up the big grate and then take the piece out from the bottom. You can't lift it up to the top from the top.
If I'd have had
So,
my clients, boo. If I had my clients, I'd have
but
got
the
in there,
thing is,
but I didn't.
you had people. So on the other side of Anchor's booth was
Iron
Iron
Master.
Master, and so they had their banner, their rigging up. So
Yeah.
you had this huge thing that was on top of the junction box. So they had to kind of scoot. So Mike had to go find somebody, a worker, like, hey, we paid for this. Like, what's going on? It's not free. And it's like, oh, it is free. And he's like, it's right there. I'm like, yeah, it's plugged into Iron Master. Like,
Boo said,
we
yeah,
doesn't.
boy. I'm telling you, if
He's
I had my
like,
clients,
he's like, well,
wouldn't have been
what
a
about
problem.
for this side? And he's like, oh, you
Yeah.
just had to reach your hand down. First of all, John may, John and Boo may make fun of me when I'm about to say this, but because I'm always like, hey, what's going on? If
Yeah.
something's going wrong, I ask questions.
Right.
That one, I'm not sticking my hand in a hole. Pause. for any reason, especially if I'm not quite sure and there's power involved.
I mean,
So
I knew what was in there. It wasn't a big deal. They just do that
the
so that
hole was this, my hand,
I
my
recognize I recognize
would have
that.
been stuck.
It's just set up like that so that you don't invert because they have like forklifts and stuff going over, and they don't
I,
want the forklift to go into the box.
I
So I
gotcha.
understand what's in there. I'm just
Yeah,
saying we shouldn't have had to do that, right? He paid
exactly.
for it. He's like, what? So it was very frustrating.
Yeah.
And Kurt said, this is the first recliner rage I truly agree with. He said, I work 14 convention centers a year now. And he said, that place is more expensive than Vegas. Yeah,
Really?
that's insane. I'm telling you, he said, and it's more to his comment. He said, and I got to pay for 60 amp three-phase power. I'm telling you, and then and Boo competed there in the strongman
Mm-hmm.
competition before. He said, "Remember I told you the Wi-Fi was bad when I competed there about 8 years ago?" Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's like we paid for. I knew that. It's like that at the Arnold. It's like that everywhere. But you pay for Wi-Fi, and it usually fixes the problem.
Right.
Or you pay for internet. Sometimes you got to
Yeah.
whatever. The point
Yeah.
is, it should have been fixed, and it just
Yeah.
that's
I would have figured that, especially up in that section, like the executive suite, that they had data ports. And if there's a hard line, that would have been so much better. Because, and I,
maybe, but we didn't bring the Ethernet cables.
but I don't even know if that was even an
No, we
option.
didn't.
Because we do have,
Did we use Didn't we use Ethernet cables the year
no,
before? We didn't.
no,
We just went Wi-Fi. That's right, because
we would
that's
just
why.
use our,
Got
but
you.
we also had an extender, because we used the big Mama
Yeah, that's
Jumba,
true. That's true.
So we had the Wi-Fi plus we had an extender on top of it.
Yeah, it was very annoying. Letha, thank you, but I'm telling you, we were
Yeah.
we were still mad the next day, and as you can see, we're still mad now.
So yeah.
Because it's like we feel like people are tuning in and they
Mm-hmm.
deserve to see what they came to see, and you're interfering with us being able to do our jobs
Mm-hmm.
in a very
Yeah.
real way, and that's just annoying.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like that.
We don't
I don't
like
like
to
that.
go ahead and do like subpar or anything like
I
that. So
refuse. I
mm-hmm.
refuse. Dustin, what's up, my man? He said, I'm tardy to class, but better late than never. It was good to see you, my man.
Yeah.
It's so good to see you. That's my dude. Let's see here. Okay. Kurt said, I had a hard line and paid for it. And
How
he
did you get a
said,
hard line?
I mean, you can pay for them.
But the thing is, I thought there wasn't one because I know you
Yeah,
asked about it last year.
well, I did, but the guy said that for what we were trying to do, the Wi-Fi would work just fine.
I don't
And
think
it
so.
works just fine down in the when we were doing the stream on Thursday. Just
To a
anyway,
degree.
that's an
Yeah.
issue that we're gonna resolve before next year, but it's just annoying. Kurt said, I see you campaigning, Kurt. You want a cinnamon?
Uh-huh.
Look, man, if I just bring you a cinnamon roll, will that do the job? Actually, I'm not bringing you a cinnamon roll. I'm just gonna start right back over. When you get to the convention center, come upstairs and get a cinnamon roll, and then go start everything. And
We'll put it in a
and
container
I
for
want
you.
you to eat your cinnamon roll while people weighing in. That's what I suggest you do.
Oh, well, we had one. So one of our sons.
Whoa, he said it's over $1,200. But yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, it makes sense and it doesn't, because so when they did that at the Arnold, remember the Arnold was $1,400 that
Yeah.
year, and they were like, "Oh well, it's because we got to run the line." I'm like, and then I thought about it, so they got me, but then I was like, "Wait a minute,
What do you mean running a line?
you're absolutely not running a brand new Ethernet cable every time.
Nope.
All you're doing is you're opening up the the box,
Mm-hmm.
and you're connecting to the cable that you've already ran."
Mm-hmm.
And you're connecting and you're making it available for me to connect to it. So technically,
Correct.
I'm running a line. I ain't trying
Correct.
to hear that. They
Correct.
act like they charge you as if they're doing direct burial right then and there or running it through. I'm not. Nah, man. But yeah, it's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, this is not
Hey,
annoying.
hey,
What's up?
hey.
She said, hey, hey, hey. There you go. I told you that's what I need. Hey, hey, hey. We need to make a shirt for Ashley. It
Mm-hmm.
just says that. Kurt says, you will bring me a warmed up cinnamon roll. Listen here, Matt Sarton. That junk don't work on me, okay? But I will. However, I will. Okay, now, okay, hold up here. Matt said, are we putting in orders for cinnamon rolls? I'll take a dozen, please. Hey, I will have them waiting for you as soon as you arrive at the show. Matt?
We need to get Miss Reagan. So Kinsey's mom and dad are the most precious I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. So I couldn't hug on their neck enough.
I'm
Love
telling
them
you.
both. And when they came in with the cinnamon rolls, she's just like a mother hen, just making sure everybody was
Oh
okay, making sure
yeah.
everything is there. So we may need to have a sign up, like not just for the sign up for the Garage Gym Live, but see, I'm shopping that Garage Gym Live, but also a sign up for her
Unsuccessfully.
cinnamon rolls, both blueberry and
We don't
regular.
have to do.
So that way,
We don't have to do that because we now have a snack officer named Letha. We have
there
a.
you go.
I'm sorry. Is she a snack officer? Is she snack? Have we decided? That's another thing we got to decide. Is Letha the snack captain, the snack sergeant? Because the sergeants actually do the work. Or just snack officer. I don't know. What are we calling Letha? Because she's arranging all that stuff, right?
I know that
Now,
we had mentioned it, but did we like did
I didn't come
someone
up with a
second?
name. Letha.
Did, but
Letha
did they?
volunteered.
Okay,
She
okay.
volunteered to do it. She said, She said, I got you. I said, okay. I let her do it because
Yeah,
nobody was willing to fight her over it.
that's true.
Now,
And she's bringing a mixer. That's right.
uh, also, you see this dude who just mentioned about 20 minutes ago that he wants to be in Kurt's competition.
Uh huh.
Said, I'll bring you two cinema joints, Kurt. That's the kind of uncle I am.
Just
And now
waive the
Kurt is
sign up
like, see,
fee.
John, uncle is a true gentleman. See, he got him calling him uncle. All I'm gonna tell you is, I don't feel like, I feel like if Kenzie's mom can come all the way from Idaho with cinnamon rolls, you come upstairs and just grab one and say hi
Yeah.
to the
We
person
need
who cooked it, who's standing right there next to him. That's all I'm saying. I
we
ain't
need to
trying to
see if
say. I'm
she
just
can
saying.
get a sponsorship from Costco or KitchenAid
Uh,
or something like
well,
that.
I do. Okay, that is something. So we do need to do something to make sure that we can help her cover the costs.
Hmm.
At least we got her to not import, transport flour across state lines now.
That is true.
Kurt
That
said
is true.
Kenzie's mom and dad have got it going on. Yes, they do. 100% endorsed.
Yes. Yes. In fact, Kinsey posted on Instagram. I thought it was the funniest thing, and I related to it 100%. When it's like she gets back home, she drops her bag, she walks in the house, she gets into her garage gym, and she's hugging all her equipment,
Yeah,
hugging it, and it just feels like yes, we're all together, and love all of you guys.
but
We
man, I'm glad to get back
got a
home.
chance to use the gym at the hotel. I will
We did
say,
it.
with the Nautilus experiencing the equipment, Nautilus equipment, I had to kind of get used to those selectorized, um, machines. But
Yeah,
then there's nothing better than coming back home and working out. I hug my single stack. I hug my iron bowl rack. I hug my gazelle, my bumper tree. I just get loved on them because I can get I could get to work and I know where everything's at, and it works for me. So
it where's this thing here?
mhm.
Uh, this is actually a good place to, like, you guys keep your comments coming. Um, but let's go ahead because we're running out of time. Let's go ahead and start the recap. So Thursday we get there. Well, technically we got there Wednesday night. There was a wreck on the interstate, and there's a wreck on the interstate, and so we didn't get there until late. Naomi had to reroute. So we got there. We got to say hi to people, and then we told Tom and Mr. Lynn at Ritfit that we were gonna come
Mhm.
back, and everything was locked up, and they were still working. So we just
Mhm.
went back to bed. Got up early Thursday morning, and then it was like, I gotta work out. I gotta work out, right? So it was, and I said, well, if you want to go, I said there's gonna be people there because I had seen Mike from Jungle Gym Reviews had said that he was
Mhm.
gonna be at the hotel gym, and so we went to the hotel gym. I just want to show you guys this image right there. So that's Naomi at the hotel gym. She's resting between
Stalker
sets.
vibes. Stalker
I mean,
vibes.
it is what it is. But that that wall right there gave me some serious nostalgia because the wall in my grandfather's house looked just like that. There was a wall in his house looked just like that.
Mhm.
And then I ended up talking to, so obviously I talked to Michael, and I think his name was Eric, who was with him. Um, but I talked to them about, there's a Nautilus pullover machine there, and I hadn't seen one in ages, and I was just like having serious nostalgia because when I first started, my first job as a personal trainer was at a YMCA, and this guy came in here. He was a Nautilus certified person. He showed me how to use it correctly, and I was like, "Oh, this is the best machine ever." And most pullover machines don't feel like that. So I ended up actually talking to Steve Safarchik from Body Solid,
Mm-hmm.
explaining to him about it too. So I was like, I'm like the Nautilus salesperson almost. I'm like, oh, let me show you this machine, right? And Steve and I we spent quite a bit of time talking about design things and stuff like that. He said, oh, and next thing I know, he's taking notes and he's taking pictures. So hopefully Body Solid does something with it. But
Yeah.
uh, Carlos said, that's the Avengers Assemble pose. Hey, I'm telling you, it stands with a fist. That's her. So hold on. Let's see here. Letha said, yes, I am on it. I'm bringing snacks in the mixer. Yes. I'm telling you, she got it. Once she said that, I said, we're gonna basically say this is our intent. This is what we need, and then I'm gonna step out the way and let people do what they do best.
You end up making it into like a potluck. The way it's going, someone's gonna
It's gonna
bring
get
like
there, yeah.
casseroles and all
You
that.
bring this, yeah, because we already
Yep.
had Jared bringing stuff. I'm like, there's nothing stops other people from
Yeah.
bringing things. No chips. I figured you laugh when I said that. So Boo said, I don't have a recliner rage because of your show, but I'm salty about the stuffed animal and so you were right last night when you said that. Said they didn't bring any they could sell. And I actually went on their website and they still don't have. They have shirts. They don't have actual toys yet. But I bookmarked the site so I can check it out.
So I wonder, are they doing it kind of like crowdsource? Is that the right word? Crowdsourcing when you do a Kickstarter?
Something like that, yeah. I don't know if they're doing that or what, but I think they're just trying to build buzz because they're not really to officially launch. I would assume that they want to launch it like maybe for holiday shopping time or something like that. But
Because
yeah, I thought it was.
it's cute. Because I mean, like you
But we're gonna
have
find
like
out when I get them on the show because that's on my list.
yeah, because they had like the unicorn with the abdominals.
I was seriously trying to get it to bring it home for our grandkids. I was like, yeah, we definitely getting that. Oh, so Jared said my 2-year-old almost lost it. We had to give the sample back at that booth. I'm telling you, I was gonna get it for our grandchildren, get one each for our grandchildren. So I'm glad I didn't even get over there.
You would have to
I'd
get
have been
3
mad.
because you already know
Oh, Nora's gonna want one too.
Yeah.
Of course. Matt said homemade cinnamon rolls could be worth the flight and hotel cost. That and bringing some British class to the live. I mean, look, you are 100% welcome, and I'm just telling you, homemade cinnamon rolls ain't no could be. I promise, they definitely are. Okay.
Yes.
You know how you heard the stories, I'm sure, over there, how Europeans have come over
Yeah,
here for
about
the
to say
World
with the
Cup
ranch.
and they
Yeah.
smuggling ranch dressing back.
Dressing.
I'm telling you, you're gonna be trying to smuggle cinnamon rolls through TSA. I'm just telling you. And I agree, but I do agree with Kurt. You need to come compete. Kurt runs an awesome show, and it's everybody who does it. People have actually come up to me and told me that they enjoyed the Strongman show. This was like last year. People were coming and talking about how great the Strongman show was. So it's fantastic. So yeah, 100%. I cleared it with Kenzie's mom before the show was over.
Yeah.
Hey, you gonna do this next year, right? She said, "Yep." Okay, so yeah, I'm telling you, I'm a
We didn't
veteran.
volunteer.
Okay?
Yeah, we did not volunteer Miss Reagan. Yeah, at all. I asked her. She goes, absolutely. So she is just love her. Again, I was like, can I be adopted? So
are Alex and his dad? I think that's from Buffed Animals.
Mhm.
If this is the case, this is cool because Eric said Jameson invited Alex's dad to our breakfast table during the first year HomeGymCon because there was no room and loved that Alex is building a company. So I believe that's Buffed Animals. So like legit, I wasn't kidding. I am reaching out to them to do an interview with them to find out more. So you guys stay tuned. So all right. So Thursday was great. After we got all the power issues sorted out, one thing I'm gonna say. Okay, yeah, they are They're Buffed Animals people. Okay, so. One thing I'll say is I feel like the information didn't get out there like I wanted it to. I was trying, and I need to do a better job about this. The purpose of our live stream on Thursday, and I appreciate everybody who said, well, I'm trying to be respectful, and they walked around so they didn't interrupt our live stream. But the purpose of that live stream was to basically give a platform for everyone who was a content creator on Content Creator Day. Because remember, the general public wasn't supposed to be there. It was just going to be Content Creator Day. So it was supposed to give everybody who wasn't there a chance to understand what their favorite content creators were looking at and help them kind of figure out which booths they should visit when they came the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So next year when we do it again, if you were there Thursday, we want you to come and be on the live stream. So I was like
Mm-hmm.
having to stop people. Hey, come here. We started out with Carp. All right. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure where he is right now. Hope he's all right. But we started out with Carp. Carp started out the what you call it, the stream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he was like he was like he talked about, he did exactly what he understood the assignment. He said, this is what's going on, this is what I'm going to be looking at, all that. And then he went on, and so we did have a couple of brands come on. So micro games was planned, but we had some other ones just come on. I loved, and then we took questions from the live chat, and so we had
Mm-hmm.
I asked, she said she is.
Okay.
So we had the what you call it, we took a question from the live chat. It was about the Freak Athlete booth. We hadn't
Mm-hmm.
been over there, but I know Joe Gray knew all about it, and Joe's booth was right behind us. So I said, hey man, I
Right.
need you, come here. I just ran around the corner and said, hey man, I need you. He came, jumped on this thing, and he did a legit, so if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it, because Joe does a mini review of the Freak Athlete dumbbells right there during the stream. So the stream was amazing. I loved it. And the
Mm-hmm.
only thing I can say is next year, more people, because we set up so that we're not far from the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not hard for you guys. Don't walk around. Come to there and, come by and see us. I literally meant it when I said come by and say hi.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what we want you to do, because that's our opportunity to shout out your YouTube channels
Yes.
during that stream. That's what we want to do. So I feel like that was a success, but we want it to be even better next year. And shout out to Anchor for making it possible.
Mike and his team were amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Kevin, I 100% endorse this message. Say, if you guys like Gentleman Fitness Club, we did, and felt like the interpreter didn't know much about home gym equipment lingo, I know a guy that can sponsor and send to HomeGymCon. I am on board with that. I didn't want to
100%.
say it in front of the interpreter because she would have had to interpret it for us.
Mm-hmm.
But 100%, I have Tetsuya, or it's Tetsuya Kaneka. So would it be Tetsuya-san or Kaneka-san? Because I know the last name.
The sound of that. Yeah.
Yeah, whichever one it is, I got his card. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna reach out to him, and we're gonna put the full court press on to try to get you to HomeGymCon next year.
Yeah.
Kevin. Let's see here. Now she was nice.
Oh
But
yeah.
there were places where we could tell she wasn't kind of sure. But yeah, but it worked out. But yeah, we want Kevin. We want Kevin with clothes on. All right. Now, so that was Thursday. And then Thursday night, so we had to take everything upstairs. And then Thursday
Mm-hmm.
evening, we're like, okay, we got to set up for tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the live show tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, we get up there, we put in a request for chairs. Apparently, they ain't believe us. We're like, there are only 18 chairs in here. We've got almost 40 people signed up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, the math ain't mathing. So then everybody's like, well, maybe they took it to the other office across the way by
Mm-hmm.
mistake. So I had to walk all the way over there. And you guys know who were there. There's no easy way to get directly from one to the other. So you had to walk all the way around, right? And also, there's no elevator over there. So I was like, if the chairs are up there, how am I going to get all these chairs quickly and easily
Mm-hmm.
over to where they're supposed to be? But fortunately, got up there, chairs weren't there. There were just enough chairs for the people who were going to be there. I said, fine. So, command decision. I said, you know what? The show is going to be over before HomeGymCon starts.
I was like, can we just take those chairs down there?
There you go. I said, we're going to strategically take equipment and locate it elsewhere. Grab chairs, took them upstairs. I had my little key card that Jake gave me.
Oh my God, he was drunk on power.
Oh, that's it. Yes, I said, no one man should have all this power.
He's like, do you need to get in there? Ka-tink.
That's
Do you
it.
need to use
That's
the
it.
elevator?
Yeah.
Ka-tink.
Got those
Yeah,
chairs
you
upstairs.
gotta go.
Got everything set up. Checked the internet.
We-
Oh, okay.
we're gonna-
Hey, so Carpet, he said he's good. Kids are back in school, so he's a replay gang today. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, just making
Yep.
sure. Yep. Okay. I just want to make sure all was well. All right.
But is that CARP approved? Is it
Yeah,
stamped
we carpet
approved?
approved. I hope you stamped that. All right. So anyway, so we got the chairs upstairs. We checked the internet. We're good. There you
Yes,
go.
Kurt.
Exactly,
Yep.
Kurt. So you
Yep.
guys say it a little bit differently, but I like this one too. So strategic transportation of equipment to an alternative location. Exactly. Exactly. And we did get the stamp of approval. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so cuz if it still belongs, if it's still in the convention center, it ain't stealing.
It never left the building.
Never left the building. So I took it upstairs and took them upstairs. We checked the internet. We think we're good to go. Come back the next day. Wait a minute. We told him we're having a breakfast thing. Where are all the coffee cups? So now I gotta. This is like what 4 a.m. I'm hunting all over an empty building looking for coffee cups. Yes, I did.
Mm,
Where the coffee? We're having a thing. I told the same guy asked for chairs. Hey man, we're gonna need breakfast. Okay. You saw there were plates there, right? Okay. So where are my coffee cups? So all right. So we now and Naomi had arranged. We had found out that we went out. Another thing we did is we went out and found a Dunkin'. We found out like what the situation was to get coffee from Dunkin' Donuts because of Jared's suggestion, right? Excellent suggestion. So that took a little bit of time too, and that took us away. That kind of goes back to why we didn't do as many booth tours because we had a lot of moving parts to arrange. Anyway, so Naomi was ordering the Dunkin', and it was like, well, while I'm ordering Dunkin', where what we gonna drink it out of? Because they're not gonna bring enough cups. Like, awesome. So now I'm walking around this empty building. Shout out to the security guard who saw me, and I was like, hey man, you know where I can get some cups? And he said, I know where I can get you some. And so I went and I got some cups from the other office where Jake's stuff was set up. And then the security guard brought the extras to me. And by the time he brought them, Sean, Colonial Barbell, was there. And so he up and then he went down with me so we could get the Dunkin', right? So all that happened. And then Kinsey, before Kinsey ever showed up with her mom, and then Kinsey and her mom showed up. Oh, well, no, first Mario showed up.
with his kiddos.
Because we got the Dunkin' order with Sean, and then Mario was there with the first ever, history was made, first ever kids to attend the live in-person show, to be there in person, right?
Yes.
So history was made. I appreciate that. Those kids
They
are
were
awesome, by the way.
so cute. So cute.
My man, and this is all frustrating. Again, going back to the internet thing, because you guys didn't get to see the demonstration when he was doing like the little, what's the thing you jump over with your foot?
Oh, the little, yeah. The
Whatever that thing's
little
called. Yeah.
skip a little or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he did it, and he was, let's see.
I was prepared to see if you're gonna fall and hurt yourself.
But I did not because I'm an athlete. I'm telling you. Let's see. What else happened? So Rex and the cinnamon rolls arrived at the same time. And I do have a question because I appreciate all the gifts you guys gave us. And shout out and we saw some people, because I don't know if they want this revealed that they did this, but we saw some people bringing a gift, bringing some equipment to give away to someone else, right? And it occurred to me that both the people who were bringing the equipment and the person who was going to receive the equipment were both at the live show in person. So they could have done it there had they known that that venue was available. So, suggestion to the group, y'all tell me if you agree or not. Why don't we make the annual gathering, whatever we're going to call it, a venue for a general gift exchange? So it's not just me giving stuff away. It's also, and it's not just me or Naomi getting gifts. It's also you guys exchanging stuff with each other, equipment, whatever you want to do.
Like an equipment swap or something like that.
It's before HomeGymCon, technically, right. So it's not going to interfere with anything. Just you guys are going to have to probably figure out how to get the stuff out of there before HomeGymCon starts so that we don't clutter up that whatever room we're in. Okay. But yeah. And Ashley says she's already on board. Let's do, I like that. Yes. Yeah. I'm telling you, because again, this is about us, not about us.
Right.
Right. So I want to make sure it's not. So yeah. So next year, the ayes have it. Okay. If I don't see any objections, the ayes have it. Next year it's a general gift exchange. If you have something you want to give to somebody, just bring it, and everybody we're just gonna be handing them out. All right.
Yeah. So do we have a second on the floor?
Yeah. Do we have a second? Well, I was ready to second it, but I can't because I made the motion. I made the motion. So I need a second from somebody who likes the idea of making it a general gift exchange. And yes, I do need you to put that in the live chat.
Yes.
Let's see. And then we're gonna move to the next topic.
Yes.
And then we'll close, and that'll be it for Friday. The next thing. So I'm not sure if HomeGymCon White Elephant is a second or not.
Boo
So
said nope.
Boo said no. He objects. You wasn't at the live show, so nah, sorry.
But I think it's a great idea to do the exchange because, like, especially with the relationships
Is this
that
a
we
second?
build.
I made the motion.
I'll second. I don't know if I can, but I'll second. Then all in favor say aye.
Boo
but
said he said no just because he wanted to disagree with you.
Of course. That's Boo.
He won't be disagreeing when he. Hey guys, go ahead and keep on sharing the link out if you haven't already. Our numbers are way too low for what we normally have. So I don't know if people are sleeping. Actually, school just started.
Right. So we're gonna have a lot of replay.
So maybe we have to educate people so they remember that they can listen to the show while they're in the car. That's why it's designed that way. So you really don't have to listen. You can just come back or whatever. So if you are, say, anybody, spread the word. If you are turn it on, you're like, oh, I gotta leave, or whatever. You can just turn it on in the car. The show's family friendly for that exact reason.
Yeah.
So okay, so we're still waiting. People, let us know if this is something. We'll bring it up next time as well until we get this. But this is important. All right, I'm gonna say something. I don't want y'all to forget it, like you forgot the thing that I'm about to say that y'all forgot. Several of you forgot to claim your gift cards from Fringe Sport, and so as a result, because because Abby from Fringe Sport, shout out to her, reached out to me and said, hey, John, do you have a list of the names of people who won? I said, no, because we gave Peter the ticket stubs so that he could verify that whoever came to him to claim a gift card was actually a winner. And the people with the other half of the stub kept the stub. Yeah. So I have no idea who won a gift card from Fringe Sport. So I do, however, so here's what we can do. If you want a gift card from Fringe Sport, send me a DM at Garage Gym Life, and I will pass that information on to Peter at Fringe Sport, to Abby, so that she can get you guys hooked up with your gift card, okay? And it's worth it. It's quite. First of all, they're having a sale right now. They're having their online garage sale. So you add that to the gift card, you be, okay, so Letha said, I won a gift card, but I didn't stop by and talk to the booth. I haven't received. Okay, you did stop by and talk to them at the booth, and I haven't received it from them. Okay, so Letha, that's one. All right, so let me go ahead and write that down. So anybody else who won a gift card and who didn't get it, let's go ahead and put that in there. Let me see here. Okay. All right, so just write this down. I'm sure you wouldn't turn down a gift card, but did you win one, Eric? I'm just making a list of the gift card winners. All right. Okay. Yeah, I remember. Just come back. Baby, come back. If you can't, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on before Naomi, because Naomi's going to have to leave soon.
We have school.
Yeah. All right. So moving on, where we at right here. And then also, a lot of you forgot to get your chalk bags from StrengthFlex. So Fringe Sport did the gift cards when Peter was on. So if you left early, yeah, you probably didn't get. However, you got a chalk bag. So yeah, so you would have had to have been there when Peter was on.
Yeah, but at least we have the list of those that signed up, so we can always reach out to them.
Figure it out. Yeah. So I have most of the names of people who didn't get the chalk bag. So, but if I haven't contacted you and you didn't get your chalk bag, please let me know so I can give a comprehensive list to Matt at StrengthFlex so we
Mhm.
can just get them to you guys because first of all, we made them specifically for you guys as a giveaway.
Right.
Second, I need feedback from you guys so that we can improve it because that's something that we're going to sell. And
Mhm.
you guys are the people I trust to give me good feedback.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
JB
guys,
already gave them.
you're invested.
Yeah.
You invested in the brand, you're invested in the product, and you also most of your content creators who understand what you're looking at. So
Mhm.
I trust your judgment and I value what you guys say.
Right.
Boo said chalk bags are too nice to get dirty. I mean, you can wash them. But that's why they're black, so you don't have to wash them.
Mhm.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about the Kayvon thing because I want to see what you had to say about that. So I got Kayvon. Oh, and that video is up, by the way, in the members only section. Um,
Mhm.
so just in a nutshell, I was benching with Kayvon, and when you guys see it, it's about 37-minute long video. I went back and I corrected. I did see I'd added extra footage by mistake.
Mhm.
It's a 37-minute long video, but it's not just a booth tour. It's almost a bench press seminar. But
Mhm.
we're talking specifically about bells of steel products that you can use if you're training by yourself, especially if you decide you want to compete in powerlifting, right?
Right.
It was a lot of fun to do it, and Kayvon told me a lot of stuff about the bells of steel products that I didn't know. Um, but what were your thoughts about the bench thing with Kayvon that I did?
Well, I was worried for I want to make sure that you had enough of the spotting because as you're going up in weight, making sure you had that support for that spot in case you got to a point where you couldn't lift it. But um, the bench was interesting, and
That's a good word for it.
it was interesting. I think it's narrow,
You mean
and
shallow?
it's
The
shallow,
not
but
in depth?
also
Yeah, it's only
the
24 inches
right.
deep. Yeah.
And so it's really narrow, and I felt that it would be too narrow for me. So I can only imagine like for you and for Boo, for
It was
example.
it was literally it was literally like the same distance apart as what we use for storage on our power rack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I misjudged where to put the bar when I was
Mm-hmm.
racking it on that one set. You guys can see that I left it in just so
Mm-hmm.
you guys can see it. Um, uh,
Now
Boo said it
I
was too tight. He said he didn't like it. It was too, yeah, it was too not enough. And part of that is because the monolift attachments are on there. But
mm-hmm.
when Boo was benching on it,
Mm-hmm.
the J hooks were on there, and he still said it was too tight. Yeah, so ours is we have about I want to say 36 inches because it's 48 across. So I want to say we have about 36 inches uh, for space for benching on
Mm-hmm.
our rack.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they had an extender to move it out, and I think that would have been a better option to use the
Mm-hmm.
extender. I don't think that the spotter platform is necessary, even though he was scared and started talking about I want to put. I was like, dude, you just want to put this thing
I would
up.
say concerned. I wouldn't say scared. I would say concerned.
He kept on saying stuff like, man, I don't know if I can lift that, or if
Just
something goes
concerned.
wrong, I don't know if I can help it. I'm like, hey man, could you stop saying that junk while I'm here lifting weights over my face? I
Okay.
need you to be confident.
As
Be
a business
confident so I can
owner,
be confident.
he's thinking about liabilities. That's what he's thinking about. So
Yeah, of course. So that sounds like, yeah, he's like, hey, did you sign a waiver? Did we give him a waiver?
mm-hmm.
Carlos said I saw a good bit of the bells of steel video this morning before the show, and I agree. Always use collars. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
it was a thing. Um, that video is going to be available. So normally we release on Tuesday afternoons, but I'll go ahead and I'll just put that one out like tomorrow morning because we got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of HomeGymCon content to put out. So
Mm-hmm.
this one will be available. I'll make it Saturday morning for you guys
Yeah.
to check it out for the public. Right now it's in the members only section. Kurt said, first off, Kayvon was looking hot, like good God, man, hottest Canadian president at HomeGymCon. Okay. The bear community is probably pretty happy to see him, I guess. Yeah. Let's see here. But I will say too, to go back to the depth thing, I would have preferred more depth because like I said, it took me a minute to get used to benching with only 24 inches of space. You would think it
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't matter, but it did.
I
It
mean,
really didn't matter.
it makes you, and again, it's so narrow that I mean, you would have to do. I think it would make you compromise your natural up down or
Yeah,
like
it did. It
unracking
changed my
and whatnot.
bar path a little bit.
And
Yeah.
so that's the verbiage, the bar path. And just when you having to change those little or tweak those things, it can throw you off with your
Yeah.
strength and whatnot, and you can actually end up getting hurt. So, um, I know, and I could be wrong, but I know last year they had that same bench setup, but they had it attached to the was it the Hydra or the Manicore?
Yeah, they had it on the that Colossus or whatever
Right.
thing set up. Yeah.
And
So you had more
so
room. Yeah.
exactly. So there's a lot more room.
Hmm.
And I guess it's because of how it was attached to that whole ecosystem with their power rack and everything else. So it
Yeah.
just made it more functional, I guess.
Yeah.
But this is a standalone. It's almost like a half rack.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a four post. I mean, I like the
mhm,
idea because it stops you from having to adjust the bench constantly,
mhm,
as I said in the video. But it's just so with the like what we were talking about yesterday,
mhm,
the you have to set up so that the monolift attachments are above your chest to use
mhm,
it correctly when the bar is on there.
mhm, mhm,
Um, so that means you're in a different position
mhm,
than you would normally be. And then when we took those off and put the J hooks on,
mhm.
uh uh, it still was throwing people off. And as Boo said, people kept hitting the uprights in the bench press competition, which
Right.
actually went pretty well. We had maybe 30 people enter, which
That's
is pretty
good.
cool because we really didn't promote it ahead of time. Just a
I
little
know
bit of chaos.
there was another competition that was going on at the same time, or maybe there were
Yeah,
two
there's a
other
strongman
competitions.
competition.
Well,
There
there
was a
was also
strongman
something
and there was
going.
a powerlifting. Yes, although those
Yeah,
competitions were all going on at the same time.
yeah,
But
yeah.
the bench or body weight for just regular people to come get in, the
Hmm.
fact that we didn't really announce it ahead of time, Jake just said, "Hey, there's a competition going on. Garage Gym Life's doing this, and we got 30 people in it." I thought that was really cool for the
Right.
first year, and I'm definitely down to do it again next year.
Hmm.
All
Hmm.
right.
I would
So,
also
uh,
like to
and there was
see
a
if
deadlift party going on at the same time apparently because
I
Boo
was,
did the deadlift party.
yeah, I would also like to see if with that bench, by the way, as it shows that it's only used like it's a flat bench.
Yeah.
Maybe they would introduce where it can be able to be inclined. Um, like you can, because it looks like it's
And I'm
just
just thinking about how
flat.
you could do it. Well, yeah, it's just a flat bench because it's strictly for powerlifting style benching.
Right. I don't know.
It's not
I don't know.
designed. It's not designed to be a
Multi-use bench.
right. It's strictly
Gotcha.
for powerlifting style benching.
Gotcha.
Um, because that's why he was talking about the spotter deck. He kept bringing up the spotter deck,
Hmm.
and I was like, dude, you just want to put the spotter deck. So I was like, you
It's
just want
part
to
of the
say it
package.
because like it's a new product, and I was like, look, I get that you want to,
Yeah.
I get
It's
you want to promote it, but I'm like, this thing is unnecessary, and I need you to stop talking about how you possibly can't lift the weight off me if you don't have your spotter deck. I just need you to stop. So
yeah.
anyway, we end up not only going up to I only went up to 335, and that was that. So before you go,
Hmm.
well, hold on. What time do you have to get out of here? How much time we got till we leave?
Well, she's not up and moving because I can't hear her. So, um, we got 30
J-
minutes.
30
Yeah.
minutes. Okay, that's
No,
all
no,
I need
no.
to know.
Meaning I have to go now so I can be able to get her.
You have to go to. Okay, well,
Yeah.
all right. So before you go,
Hmm.
um, do the. In fact, I'll go wake her up. You tell because I'll be here. So tell everybody about the booth tours. Which one stood out to you? I'll go wake her up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just I'll make sure that she's
Welcome
up.
everybody to behind the scenes even more
Yeah,
with
welcome.
with Garage Gym Life. I think with all the booth tours that we were able to do, the ones that really stood out, Vesta really stood out. I know with that video, especially with the racks and the features that they brought and they highlighted was very interesting. And then of course catching up with RitFit as well, and finding out with their, with their new equipment, their hip thrusts. It was a prototype that they brought out. Actually, was really really good to kind of test out and be able to provide some suggestions. So I'm really looking forward to see what RitFit is going to do with that piece of equipment with their hip thrust Smith um, machine that they brought out as a prototype. But then in addition to that, Expedience, and they have they had multiple for their Gym Monster. Um, but they had their updated rack that there is a prototype as well that were showing, and they're still working out a few details, but they should be able to bring that out soon. I'm trying to think who else was there. Of course, X Master
Mm-hmm.
had something that John's eyes just went, oh.
Oh yeah.
So that was also really, really cool. But just being able to see everybody, got a chance to go by the Makolo booth as well and do a quick tour. So there was a lot. There was a lot, but talking with brands as well, networking is what we were doing also. So yeah,
There were a
those
lot
are
of
things.
moving parts.
A lot
Yeah.
of moving parts.
She's up.
Mhm.
She was already up, by the way. She's in the
Okay.
kitchen getting
Okay.
her lunch ready. So that means you
Okay.
got extra time. All right. So I first of all I agree with the X Master thing.
Mhm.
This is actually a good place to say that we knew that originally we always tried to be the first ones. Started
Mhm.
with the first year of HomeGymCon, we're like, we're going to be the first ones to put out a video. This year, I didn't, and even last year a little bit, I didn't really want to do that
Mhm.
because everybody's racing to be first.
Mhm.
Instead, what I wanted to do is focus on like specific
Mhm.
reasons for why I'm at this booth, right? Like,
Mhm.
okay, we were there. We knew our time was going to be limited, so we're like, hey, I'm going to uh, we're here looking for solutions, and
Right.
specifically, we were looking for solutions for people who live in apartments and
Mhm.
want to have a home gym,
Mhm.
because we feel like people who live in apartments are an underserved part of the home gym community.
Mhm.
So, just for example, you always hear about people talking about space saving, right? Which applies to most home gyms. Spaces at a premium. However, if you're in an apartment, most of the space saving solutions don't really help you because the normal solution for space saving is to bolt things to the wall.
Right.
Well, your landlord ain't about to let you bolt things to the wall most of the
Nope.
time.
Nope. Nope.
So
Nope.
we were looking for space saving solutions that were appropriate for apartments. And so we
Mhm.
found some, rather than just, you know, just saying, "Oh, that booth looks cool," because not because we don't like that, but because we felt like other people are already gonna address that, right? So
Right.
the X Master thing was great for me because I loved the bench that they had, but it never stored vertically. And when we saw Will at HFA, he told me that he was going to be coming out with a vertical storage bench. And
Mhm.
so at HomeGymCon, we see him, and that's one of the cool things about seeing brands at more than one expo,
Mhm.
because you get to see like how they level up, and they may say, "Hey, if you're at such and such, we'll have this," right?
Right.
And so
Right.
Will and his crew did a fantastic job with this bench. It not only is it vertical storage, but it has a bunch of other features, and you guys will see that video coming up soon. When this show is over today, all I'm doing is editing videos and sending out messages,
Mhm.
emails and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah.
um,
The other thing that I really enjoyed, and I had mentioned this also, for those that were already at Home Gym Con, but so many brands brought out prototypes
yes.
for
So they finally
for
got the idea. Like, don't come here trying to sell. Come here trying
right.
to get feedback.
These are our ideas. This is what we've built. Play with it, test it, let us know, your thoughts. I mean,
Yes.
even I think it was Bells of Steel that said they had like 7 prototypes that
Yes.
some may not even go past the you know, home gym con floor because the feedback wasn't all that great. And the fact that brands were willing to say, "Hey, this is something that's gonna, we're having you guys check it out so we can try and improve it, or see what needs to be tweaked before we roll it out, or to say, hey, this is a prototype, and yeah, I don't think this is going to continue to go beyond what we presented today, and that's okay. The
Or we're gonna
home
tweak it.
or we're going to tweak it. And what that means is brands have heard the voice of home gym owners. They have Their voice has become valued, where we're not just gonna take, you know, the infomercial weight set or whatever. We want good quality, we want, commercial quality, but for
Right.
our home gym, because we're investing not just in for our gym equipment, but in our health, for our aesthetics, for our competitions, that kind of thing. And so that really kind of stood out to me.
Yeah.
But the fact of how many brands were bringing in their prototypes for people to just try it out.
I think so I'll show a couple of we got some images that I just so people can kind of see.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these are thumbnails, some of these are things I posted on Instagram. So this is Naomi uh prepping for our the anchor booth. She was getting everything ready to go. They actually I know so the little power outlet is like kind of
Like right in that
right
little
by her
corner.
foot,
Mm-hmm.
right by her right foot as we're looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that she was talking about is on top of the power is right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to post that on Instagram and just let people see her hard at work. And that's where everybody said, "Look at Naomi hard at work." And it's like, yeah, John's just taking pictures because that's what literally that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was informed I needed to go away.
Yes.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. He's like,
I
"What
was
can I
like,
help you with?" I said, "You remember when I told you to go get me that grits bowl when Nora was coming into the world? I need you to do that.
that
I need
means
you to
go
go
away.
away."
I was like, okay. This is a
Mhm.
highlight. Although we actually don't really have room for the product in our yard right now. Um, it's always a highlight to see to do the picture of the
Like,
Naomi's
"Hey,
reunion.
Naomi." Yep.
The Naomi's reunion. I think that is so awesome because that's part of what makes Home Gym Con feel like a family reunion
Mm-hmm.
because we met them at the first one, and so every year, in fact, the year that you were with Nora at her cheerleading thing,
Mm-hmm.
Naomi came up to me and was like, "Where's Naomi?" So that's the only year we don't have a picture, and so
Yeah.
I was just that's why I was like, we got to take a picture this year,
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed, got to do it. Carlos said, yes, speaking about apartment home gym people, we are a very underserved bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And Jared says apartment people need to check out Gentleman Fitness Club when they release in the US. This stuff is compact but good. Yes.
Yes.
Because it's made for the Japanese market. And I do agree. Their functional trainer, I thought, well, it's not a functional trainer, it's more of a kind of like a single stack almost.
Mm-hmm.
I really like their design for that.
Mm-hmm.
So you
It's
see
very
that in our
compact,
video. Yeah.
and it is
Doesn't need to
weight
be
plate.
bolted down.
It's a
It
weight
doesn't need to be
loaded.
bolted down from what I can
Right.
tell.
Right.
So I 100% love it. You guys will see that in our video tour when we release that. See what else I got here. I got some more images. I had the picture of us with Will and a bench. You guys can see the top of it. So this is the bench with Will. So you
Mm-hmm.
guys can see that it kind of reminds kind of oh man, it's like that bench that not the Rich Fit Gator bench, but there was another one that Paired and Powered Up really liked.
Mm-hmm.
They said they really liked it because of that, and so
Mm-hmm.
I liked the X Master approach to those attachments, why they're
Mm-hmm.
there, and I thought it was really cool, and it's just a really well thought out design in general.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I tried to buy it, and he said no, you can't add this one because it's a prototype. I said okay, but that just tells you how much I was on board with it. I absolutely love that bench.
You're gonna have my Tetris skill take it to a whole other level.
I'm telling you, I was like, oh, that bench is legit.
Mm-hmm.
See what else we got here. I will say the comfortable shoes. We're still looking for a solution because they tried.
My feet were comfortable.
Yeah, but you didn't buy you already had those.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that my comfortable shoes just didn't work out.
Well, you need
they
to
felt
break it
cushiony.
in.
What I say, they're cushiony in the store, worthless on the floor. Yeah.
But you have to break them in. That's the thing is you just don't, just like you don't buy a running shoe and then run in a race the very next day with it. You've got to break them in. So
I'm gonna just tell you, they're over there right now on the shelf.
Put them on your feet and stuff.
Waiting for next year's HomeGymCon.
You got to break them in.
Okay. So this is Ray from Spedients. We got a chance to take a picture with her. So
Yeah.
that video
It was so good seeing her.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
Definitely was. We had I'm trying to see, we had some other pictures with some other people. Of course, you took a picture with Letha.
Of course.
You know, I really liked this product for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hip thrust,
Mm-hmm.
which is like a upgraded, beefed up version of the hip thrust bench that you and Ashley reviewed,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I liked it. I said, "Oh, this is like they took that concept and leveled it up." So
Yeah, because it has their 3D Smith, but at the same time, if you already have a Smith machine in your rack, then it's just going to be the platform part. we had provided, I had provided some additional feedback. Letha and I were like spitballing some ideas while Tom and I can't remember the young lady's name, but she literally whipped out her phone and started taking notes as well. That I think will also help improve that prototype. But it was actually it it really did put the focus on proper form in the
Yeah.
hip in the for the hip thrust. And because of the way it's able to adjust, doesn't matter if you're, 5'1" or my height, I'm not the tallest, I'm only 5'6.5", or,
Yeah.
could be as tall as Ashley,
Yeah. I just have to point out, I think Letha could dunk on Carlos.
oh my gosh.
She's
You would
athletic. I feel like she could possibly potentially. She definitely post him up in the paint.
wow.
She posts
Really?
you up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I feel confident. Um,
Hmm. Yes, Tom and
nah,
Lynn
but
also.
to your point though, it felt like the original hip thrust bench and their Smith machine had a baby.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's literally that the best, some of the best qualities of both. And as you said, they were taking notes from you guys
Hmm.
about how to improve it, which I
Hmm.
really value
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, I got one more. I'll go ahead and I'll share it right now. Because we actually got out to see quite a bit. I mean, I have more photos. This is just all the ones I have time to show right now.
And we had to
Um,
download everything off of our memory cards and stuff like that. So
yeah, we
yes.
got over to GetRx, and they also had some good solutions for our apartment dwellers. So
Hmm.
yeah, I enjoyed going in, and Brian did confirm that we are going to do um that AMA with GetRx.
Sweet.
Now that Home Gym Con has kind of died down, maybe we'll do it. Like I don't want to wait until Black Friday because we already have something planned for that. But
Hmm.
we're gonna try to do it sometime between now and when they start gearing up for Black Friday. So I'll be talking to him about that to get that all set up. So you guys keep the pressure on him. Let him know that it's something that you want us to do with them.
Yeah.
That you want something you want to see. Uh, Let's see, Mario. You weren't here when we were talking and praising your kids. Mario said the Core Fit products is an item I saw that was unassuming, was very effective. Even had a cool little app that was fun to use.
Hmm.
Um, and Letha said, challenge accepted, Carlos or John. Actually, hey, I'm telling you. Look, I feel like she could dunk on you, and I will provide a basketball
Hmm.
goal suitable for y'all's height. I can do it.
So.
Uh, what did the I don't to me I think that's partly why they didn't bring the Zebex. They
Hmm.
really just brought the GetRx stuff.
Hmm.
So it felt to me like they were just bringing like a focused solution, which
Right.
worked for us because of what we were trying to do. Like I wasn't
Right.
trying to see everything that you're trying to sell. I'm looking for specific solutions for what I said. People who are in an apartment and who want some solutions,
Right.
or who just in a small space, not necessarily an apartment. Maybe it's a rental home. It
Hmm.
might be a rent. You might be renting. So like our first my second home gym in the house in the home I was living in when I met Naomi, my gym was in a shed. I couldn't really bolt anything in, and I didn't have room in the house, so the shed was very small. I couldn't,
Hmm.
I had to do spaces at a premium, and I wasn't able to bolt anything down.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking about people in that situation, people in a rental situation who were spaces at a premium.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. So. Um.
I mean,
Let's
I
see.
think there's a time.
Tom and Lynn. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
just
Absolutely.
just just for the way they approach everything and they work really hard. Go ahead, I
Yes.
cut you off.
I was like, I think there's a time and a place for when brands have too much stuff,
It'd be
mm,
overwhelming.
and it could be overwhelming,
Yeah.
or when brands bring like about a few items or a focus items. And that works out well too, because unless a brand is bringing a bunch of stuff, and like I said, like Bells of Steel said they had 7 prototypes, or they had brought, I think it was 7 prototypes, he said, um,
Okay.
for people just to try out and so they can get feedback on. That's also because okay, these are specific for try, play, feedback, you know? And then you have others that they have these huge booths and there's a lot of a lot of stuff to be able to see. But then it's like, well, which of these do I start picking out? Because
Mm-hmm.
on a booth tour, it could kind of get a little overwhelming because you don't want to miss anything. But at the same time, you want to be able to give time to talk about each
Right.
item. So I think there's a nice comfortable mix depending on the brands. Um, this was Gentleman Fitness, and they had,
And I'm not sure if this is Tetsuya-san or
uh-huh,
if it's someone who was there and he was just giving out his card.
hmm
But yes, that's the single stack that we were talking about in the back. But
hmm
I pulled that up so because Jared was talking about how it's very apartment
it's
uh,
very
apartment
compact.
dweller friendly. Yes,
Hmm
100%.
Yeah.
And I actually loved I absolutely love that bench. So Kevin, if you're still watching, the recommendation you had was spot on. I loved that bench. Loved
Yes.
it. Um, okay. So let's go here. So Eric said, I think the blue carpet accentuated the bare space and made it look super empty. It made it look, to me, it made it look more like if you ever been to like a local dealer, kind of like how
Mm-hmm.
they set up their showrooms, local dealer showrooms
Mm-hmm.
for equipment because they have enough space so that you can walk around everything. Because they're assuming multiple people are going to be walking in that space and they don't want it to be so cramped that if you happen to be using the machine
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, that you could bump into somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Jake said one thing I heard from a few brands is if everything was packed too tight, less people will go in. So yeah, fewer people. It's already congested, which is something that we kind of talked about a little bit. Like it's not as bad as the Arnold,
Right.
where you literally need a lubricant almost to like walk.
Because you're like,
You seriously, you're
hmm
like, and that's turned sideways.
yeah,
All day you're just pushing past, and that would not be good for Home Gym
no,
Con.
no. On
Um,
Saturday at the Arnold, forget about it.
Yeah, so this was good. This is about level of the Olympia. And I think this is what I mean, obviously I wanted to grow,
Yeah.
but it felt like it was busy, but not so busy that you can't actually get in to see stuff. And
hmm
I really do value that. Um uh Eric said I like McCullough was packed, but part of that was because they had a little competition and event in the booth as well. Yeah, so that you see what happened is like they had a
Oh,
competition, so that people standing and watching. Well, if there are people
right.
standing and watching, that means the flow to other booths just stopped,
hmm
and now you don't have. So again, you can create congestion. And one of the things I like is that you don't have a ton of congestion because to me that makes it not enjoyable.
hmm
So I left the picture up because I wanted to show um, that how much open space there was for the walkway for
hmm
people to just walk around, right? It's
Right.
like you need people, you need to have room, or people aren't. Especially given, think about the population you're talking about.
Right.
We are a community of introverts, or maybe extroverted introverts in some cases,
Right.
meaning like we talk to each other, but we don't really. We're not a lot of times we're not really good with crowds or anything like that. Think how many of us are veterans and don't do well with crowds and all that. So it's just a great place for people to be able to come to. Also, you have people bringing their kids. I don't.
Right.
We've taken our kids to the Arnold. We did it once. Never doing it again.
Never again. Mm-mm.
Um, and we definitely didn't take them to the Olympia. I'm just saying, for my kids, like I don't need it to be so crowded that my kid could just disappear and I can't even see.
Right.
And my grandkids now that I can't tell where they are. Um, so I'm not saying I don't want it to grow. I'm saying it needs to grow. I like the way Jake is growing it so that it's not congested, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Um, one more thing about the comfortable shoes thing. I saw some people who were using some products from the Echelon booth. We shout out to them. We did talk to them briefly. We got some plans for them with them in the future, in the near
hmm
future.
hmm
But I think we need to take a page, Jake. Since I know you're watching, Jake, we need to take a page out of HFA's book and have a dedicated recovery zone, right? Where you have the
yes.
massage chairs, the
hmm
hyper ice section, because quite literally, that right there, you could sit there and just chill for a minute. So
hmm
they're demonstrating their product and making true believers out of people, and then
Right.
at the same time, it's a recovery zone. So I just loved it. So
Yeah.
yeah, we could talk about it later, unless you saw what I'm talking about at HFA,
Yeah.
Jake. But yeah, I'm all on board with that. Um,
Yeah, shout
So,
out to HyperIce because they were definitely part of our
oh
our
yeah,
recovery pack that we took
oh
with
yeah,
us.
we went back to the room and we were swapping out. Okay, today you get the hips and the what you call Normatec goes, and I'll do the boots, and then we swap. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I got nothing to do with your. Well, so yes, but also I ain't got nothing to do with that. Eric told me he wants a booth with some liquid IV after closing on the bars.
Actually, you know what? So even the liquid IV
Naomi probably
packet,
knows how to do it. Yeah.
so he's probably talking about the IV where it's tapped in and whatnot. Um, I'm not sticking anybody to insert an IV.
Yeah,
But
I'm not agreeing to that. But I ain't
but
telling
the
you I don't know
liquid
how to do it.
IV,
I ain't gonna do
yeah,
it.
the liquid IV, I think would be really as a good kind of like recovery, and that's the one thing I wish I had taken because I also felt very dehydrated.
That
Um,
was a big issue for us, like
so
just feeling dehydrated, especially after I did the first live stream. I was like, they're like, "Hey, you want something to drink?" I said, "Water." And then I should have brought some throat coat because when I did the bench or body weight, I lost my
mhm,
voice almost immediately.
mhm, mhm.
Um, Jake, I see your comment. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking with you. This is something that I'm happy to help with to try to get people there, to a greater extent than we've already done. But those specific companies, I think they're missing out on an opportunity.
Hmm.
Um, let's go. So we actually did all the booths that we're gonna talk about. So if you need to jet out of here, it's 7:56. We can do that. So go ahead, let people know if there's anything you want to share last, before we're done. Um, again, she's got her video about the.
With the review of the
Oh, give them
the
a
welcome
tease
pack.
for your dehumidifier video that's coming out soon too.
Oh yes. So we already have a dehumidifier in
Yeah,
the
the
gym.
001.
The 001,
Yeah.
and the company was like, we had told them, how much we liked it, and the company's like, well, that's the first version. Let's send you our updated one.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually got that when we arrived back from Home Gym Con, unpacked it, and did a review. And so you can be able to check that out here. I think in what this week or next week when you release it with the editing.
Yeah.
Um, but also I've gone back to doing
The
my
goal is Tuesday.
yeah, the goal is Tuesday. But going back to my
But that's why
my
I'm doing the HomeGymCon stuff. Like bam, 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 bam. Like,
yeah, but just
go ahead.
also going back to just my vlogs. I'm doing more mic'd up workout vlogs. So I apologize now for any, I won't say rant, it's more of a ramble. Um, so you get to hear what's going on when I'm working out. But I have that as well. But yeah, you can definitely check it out here on
It'll
our
be coming.
channel.
It'll be coming soon. Everybody, make
Yeah.
sure you guys also subscribe to Naomi Harris Greaves. I'm going to throw this up here. So she's got some more content coming for her channel.
Mhm.
Um, and we'll be getting that going soon. All right.
Yes. So
Okay, baby. I will talk to you later. And you go ahead and tell Nora I said have a good day at school. And
will do.
see you in a little bit.
All right. Shout out to everybody. Have a great one. Bye
All
for now.
right. See ya. All right. So Naomi is gone. Let's go ahead and switch to there you go. All right. So Naomi is gone, and so you know what that means. I am all by myself. That's right. I am all by myself. I think that's a fantastic question, Jerry. How to more evenly spread out foot traffic? I think um I know I've seen some suggestions like to just have it just be content creator day on Thursday instead of having like to make the content creator day start earlier and then on Thursday or whatever. Um I actually like that suggestion and maybe do only content creator time uh in the morning cuz I mean people are doing it anyway. They're arranging meetings with brands anyway in the mornings, right? So maybe have content creator time from 9 to 10 on Friday and from maybe 8 or 9 to 10 on Saturday as well. Because again, people are already arranging to do that. So why not just say, kind of like give your stamp of approval? Um, but then as far as just general foot traffic, man, I don't know, man. I don't know about that because I think it's one of those things that as more and more people find out who are not content creators, you're gonna consistently get people just coming in and out. Um, I think one thing that does help or will help is the fact that there's so much to do in Louisville that you'll have people come like kind of come and then for a little bit and then they'll leave if they're like just like not content creators, come in, check out some of the stuff and then leave. Or they're just there to watch a competition, they'll watch the competition and they'll just be in the competition area and then they'll leave. Um, that could help as well. But yeah. Um, uh, Fitzshano, hey, I gotta talk to you. Send me a DM at Garage Gym Life on Instagram. Send me a DM on Instagram, Sean. It's about what you and I talked about after the show was over. So shoot me a DM, okay? Because I need your phone number or however you want to communicate. The easiest way to get in touch with you, okay? But yeah, he said, but lady checking in, still recovering from HomeGymCon. Hey, you are not the only one, dude. You are not the only one. It is 8 o'clock. We missed saying what's up to the Central Time Zone, but a lot of you guys are already here. So good morning to the Central Time Zone, and also good morning to the Mountain Time Zone. Thank you guys for joining us up way too early with Garage Gym Life. Apparently there's a glitch with YouTube right now, so only way we can fight against that is for you guys to share this link to tell people about the show. That way we can get as many people watching as possible. And I also want to ask you guys to help us out by checking out GarageGymLifeMedia.com. That is our Shopify store. It's the best way to support the channel. We are still adding more merchandise. We have merchandise like this Garage Gym Life t-shirt hoodie that's actually very, very light. It's good enough. It's a good top layer. Like if you're like if you want something to wear if you in the summertime to keep the sun off you, but you don't want to like obviously overheat, this is a good top layer. Or you can throw something else on underneath it, like I have right now. Just and I don't feel like overheat or anything else like that. So I know some people asked me about it when I was wearing it during the anchor stream. This is actually one of my favorite garments, I guess. I was skeptical about it. I was like, why do you need a t-shirt with a hood? But I got one. Now I'm a believer. And in fact, I actually have two. So yeah, I'm a believer. You guys can grab that and other curated products just by going to GarageGymLifeMedia.com, and you will see me and Naomi's happy smiling face right there in front of our store welcoming you in. We got a bunch of stuff there. One of the things that I'm really proud of is our area for content creators, because so the whole store is basically products that will help you in your home gym journey. Some of it is obviously equipment. Some of it is stuff that you wouldn't think about, like little knickknacks or whatever, like the hooks I showed earlier. And it's divided into collections. So this is a collection of stuff that I use. This is a collection of stuff that Naomi uses to get ready for triathlons and just for general training. And then the stuff that we both say, hey, this is stuff that everybody needs, right? And then we created this section for content creators. I just literally created it, so there's not much in there. But I'll give you, or there's only one item in there right now. But I still have to add the other stuff. So I'll give you an example of what we're going to be adding. So here's what's in there right now. All right, so these are basically, it's for cable management, right? We have some downstairs, and the reason why we have it is because, quite frankly, in a normal home gym, you're gonna have, they didn't design your garage to have put a gym in it. So you probably have, if you're like us, you have extension cords leading to your clock, to if you have a TV in there. Our treadmill runs off power, so we got to have an extension cord for that. And we don't want to have all these cords all over the place. It creates a tripping hazard. Plus, when you're bringing equipment in and out, you're running over these extension cords, right? So we have these, the cable management down to make it not, it creates an easy ramp so that you can take your hand truck or whatever over your cord, your cables without damaging the cables, and you don't trip over the cables. Some other items that I'm going to be adding to it is things like this. Because how many of you guys have been filming and your kids come and bang on the door, or somebody else in the family doesn't know you're filming and they come in? So I have, this is such a low-tech, high-effect solution, to quote Ross Intimate. I got these and I just hang them up. I have one hanging on the door outside the office right now, so the family knows whenever I'm doing that, or if I'm in a meeting, they know, hey, I need to keep it down. And then I have one outside the door. If I'm filming in the garage, I just stick it on the door handle so they know when they're coming in, they know not to run in, and because any other time they can just run in. So it's like a bunch of little things like that that would just help you. Also, I've got the gauge tester that I use to test the gauge of steel if it's a power rack or benches. And so that's another thing we're going to be adding to it as well. But you guys just check it out. Keep on checking it out. We're constantly adding new merch. Like I said, I appreciate all your support, and I really appreciate everybody who has already purchased items from the store. All right. Let's see here. Another thing. And also we're still negotiating with some brands. So some of the brands that we trust are not on Shopify, right? So they may be on BigCommerce or something like that. So we're having to, kind of like negotiate with them a little bit to try to work out how we're going to get their products into our store without completely disrupting their process. So you'll see brands being added as time goes on. Let's see here. We talked about the chalk bags a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and shout out to everybody who shared an image with me of their chalk bags. So let's see here. This one is yours, Eric. So this one's from Eric Eccles. And so it's hanging up. So there's proof of concept right there. He's got it hanging on his plate tree, I believe. Then we had, and so I appreciate you sharing that. There's another one. This is my man Kent. Kent has it hanging on the side of his dumbbell storage rack. So that's another use case I've seen. That's actually where we have ours hanging. I'll show you that right now, actually. We thought about hanging it on the power rack, but it's actually hanging, and it may hang there. But right now, we have it hanging from one of our utility hooks on our power rack. So it's just right there, so it's out of the way. And I'm actually going to do a video where I show how I use it, because I know there's been a little bit of confusion with some people by how it works best. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll just do a video about how I use it so you guys can kind of see. And it might, but I still want your ideas. About how to improve the bag. There, we got another one, I think, from somebody else. Yes. So I took this as a screenshot from Angel and Sandra's video, but they got theirs. And so they gave me some feedback as well about it. So long story short, I guess it's maybe too late for that. Long story short, if you have a chalk bag, please continue sharing your feedback with me. You can just DM it to me on Instagram at Garage Gym Life. If you do not have your chalk bag, I'm going to get it to you when Matt comes back. He's on vacation with his family. So when he comes back from vacation, we're going to get the chalk bag out there to you. So Letha, I believe you got your chalk bag. And if you did, please send me your feedback. And Ashley, no, Ashley didn't. Okay, yeah. So Letha and anybody else, please send it. What about chopped liver? I told you I love I even showed a picture. Gentleman Fitness Club is awesome. And in fact, Tetsuya saw me and he said, if that was Tetsuya-san, he saw me, he said, "We know Kevin." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, man. Kevin's the reason I'm here. Show me this bench." So yeah, so I love the brand. Everything I've seen so far means that I love the brand. I love their attention to detail, the little design. Yeah, I love the brand. It's awesome. Um, Trend Simplified. I believe you are connected to Carlito in some way. So if this is you, what's up? Appreciate you joining the stream, stopping by. Appreciate that. Uh, Letha says I do have mine. I love it so far. I need a picture. I need a picture, sis. So you can DM it to me. You can text it to me. Either one. But I just need a picture of it hanging up in your home gym. And that way I can add it to the product images. All right. All right. So we got this here. All right. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a shortened edition of the show today because I could either spend more time talking to y'all here or I could go edit the HomeGymCon videos that I know y'all want me to edit. So I made the command decision. I'm going to just go edit HomeGymCon videos, right? So, okay, so Trin is your child. Yes, that's what I thought. I thought I recognized the name from when I watch your live streams. Speaking of which, do you have a live stream tonight? I hope you do. But yeah, and congratulations, Kurt, on Mastonomics coming out to check out the Icebox. Well deserved. I love your gym. I will definitely watch that. Couple things before I sign off. So I told you this. Naomi told you about the dehumidifier. Okay, and yeah, it's time to tell you guys what I learned this week. So this is the last thing.
It's almost over, but I got one more thing to say. Here it goes.
I know you love that singing. You hear that voice? You hear that voice? Now, what I learned this week, is funny to me. It's how thirsty. That's the only way I could describe it. So I've gotten an increased volume of bots when we opened the Shopify store. I did not realize how many of them were going to be entering my email. It's hilarious too because I get these emails and I know that they're spam accounts pretending to be customers because they say things like, so here's an actual question. Hi, do you ship to Maryland? Notice I said Maryland, not Maryland, right? So I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Do you ship to New Jersey? I'm like, I mean, somebody in America knows that you ship to America, right? It's what it reminds me of when I see some of the emails is like when I was a bouncer in nightclubs and I would watch all the guys lose their minds when a woman came into the bar or if it was a club, I worked in both, came in for the first time and you just see the thirst level increase and the antics are just ridiculous, right? Now to me it's entertaining, especially when you see the guy walk all the way over to her and he's getting himself worked up and he's doing something to entertain her. I like the guys who used to dance over to the woman and then she says no and then they gotta figure out how to play it off and still get back to their friends. Anyway, that's what my email inbox is looking like right now. So if you're a real customer, I do not mind answering your questions, but I'm just gonna say I am on high alert for spam, and but at the same time, this is really rewarding. And I will say also that I'm learning a whole lot about the e-commerce side of things, what brands go through, including what it takes to. I was talking to somebody last night as I was doing something because I had asked them questions about shipping for their product, and it was like yesterday afternoon, not last night, and they were like, it's really a full-time job just to input products correctly with the correct SKUs and everything else, and most people don't see that. So I do understand that. I have new respect for brands. I'm going to say that every week because now I have a fraction of an idea what you guys go through. I also want to give a shout out to Ashley because I was looking for a pre-workout. She doesn't know I'm doing this, about to do this, but I was looking for a pre-workout solution. This is not sponsored at all. I was looking for a pre-workout solution, and Ashley gave me a suggestion that I was able to implement. I don't know if I have it in here, but it was it was some products from Metabolic Nutrition, and I was able to. Yeah, I just do this so you guys can see them. So I took it's their creatine product, um, and then their ESP, and I was like, what does that mean? But it's basically it's a stimulant, extreme stimulant product. So those are sitting on my supplement shelf right now, and just to prove that these are not that this is not a sponsored post or a sponsored video part of the video. I want you guys to use her promo code. Use promo code Ashley to save, I think it's 20% at checkout. But regardless, support her, support the homie. If you guys are looking for a creatine product, and you don't have to take them together. You can take the creatine by itself. I do that actually. I take it twice a day, so I just divide my dose up in half. Take it twice a day, and once with the pre-workout with the stimulant, and once without before bed. And it's just yeah, I like it. It tastes great. So I got the blue raspberry flavor, and they actually have an unflavored version that Naomi's gonna get because she wants to be able to add it to different liquids. So yeah, 100%. And it's my pleasure, Ashley. Thank you for taking the time to help me and Naomi with your recommendations. Okay, so we appreciate you. All right, so don't forget Mailbag Monday is coming up at 3:15 Monday morning. Monday, no, it's not. Mailbag Monday is coming up 3:15 Monday afternoon. Going to be answering all of your questions, including one very important question, which is from Home Gym Physique, who wanted to know. He asked this question during the live stream on Friday. Wanted to know, out of all the brands who were present, the gym brands that are present, equipment brands, which gym equipment brand owner had the best physique. So right now, I'm gonna say it's a toss up between these. Are just people I saw. It's a toss up between Rory Ellis and if that is Tetsuya-san, who I met at HomeGymCon from GFC. It's a toss up between Rory and him, simply because it depends on what kind of physique you find, like the ideal physique. But you're just looking like who's most jacked. It's gonna be Rory, in my opinion. Rory Ellis. Luke Ray, no. Kayvon looks like he plays golf. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He looks fit. But yeah. So you said good. You said Cody and Derek from GoBro are pretty big. I'm talking about physique, right? So I'm looking at it like from the standpoint of if I'm a bodybuilding judge, which one is the one closest to competition ready? Now Cody is in good shape because he's a strongman competitor, I think. I think Cody's a strongman competitor. He does have a good physique. But yeah. All right, and then we have one question, and it is the final thing. Eric want to know what we brought home from HomeGymCon. We brought some like swag bag stuff, and we had the same Makolo t-shirt that a lot of you guys got. That obviously doesn't fit me either. So I just told Naomi she's got a bad shirt now. But I do appreciate them taking the time to make those. And then we brought home a Makolo bar, the 20-kilogram bar that I tagged on Instagram. I used it for hang cleans Sunday. I used it for hang cleans on Sunday. It felt good. I actually didn't even need to use chalk with it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, so that is it. Like I said, Mailbag Monday, 3:15 p.m. on in the afternoon. Then next Friday, we're gonna have Jared Moon from Garage Gym Athletes gonna be joining the show, fresh off of his first time attending HomeGymCon. I was looking forward to it, and I went by his booth, but every time I went by his booth, he wasn't there. And I'm looking forward to picking his brain because Jared has a lot of opinions. Remember, his focus is being a coach, not on just being a strict just home gym owner. And so his views about like HomeGymCon are slightly different, or actually different, dramatically different than most people who attend it. I share some of them, but some of them I disagree with. So regardless, this is going to be one you want to tune into, especially if you train clients in your home gym as well. I want to hear from you guys who are coaches. Keep on sending me your DMs with your feedback about the chalk bag. Let me know if you won a gift card from French Sport and you didn't pick it up. And most of all, I need you guys to keep stacking days. Peace out.